Dude, everything's breaking right now, bro. All right, let's get into this thing.
One of the Cum brothers
Okay, I
versus
thought it
Lio,
was.
the Karen Convoy, and Just a Robot. Well, Just a Robot is basically the moderator to keep things civil. Although I personally don't think that we need
Cheers,
one.
boys.
I don't mind Just a Robot. So finally addresses my interviews. Okay. Well, we'll see if we get to that. Again,
Is he
I
even?
won't be letting anyone on unless the two of them are cool. That I invited Inla or Rin to get their own
Here we go.
screenshots.
Here we go.
No, I didn't know about that until much later. I didn't know about that until I think Thuman was in there.
Dude, I hate his.
But I didn't get that from Thuman. I think that's when the person came and told me who else was in there.
But you know at the very least of February 25th that Locke had been invited.
Because that's when I was told Locke was in there.
Why question Locke for joining?
Because I didn't think it would be something they'd be interested in. Because I didn't know why they were there. I didn't know who all the people in that server were.
Did
So
you
I
say
thought
that you
Locke
had
was
been
there.
forced through the logs?
I looked through some of the logs specifically because of what Kumu, or not, I'm going to get you two confused forever. I'm sure you used to by now, but because of what Kumo said, I primarily just looked at what Peaches had said and put in that server.
Well,
I didn't force the rest of them.
Okay. Well, and you said in the Crystal Flame video that it was Xeranthropy that informed you I'd be talking about Peaches.
Xeranthropy?
Yeah, you said that you were informed by somebody else.
Yeah.
And Xeranthropy admitted to going to you about it.
It wasn't Xeranthropy that told me, though. I mean, they are a person, but they're not the person who told me.
Okay, so, but you knew it February 6th that I was going to be talking about Peaches.
Mhm.
And that's what led
Wait.
to the rushing of all of this.
No, what led to the rushing of all this was when Crystal got the logs and looked a little bit more deeply into them. And Peaches was freaked out that you were going to paint them as a predatory individual. Which you'll find out soon enough because that call's getting released.
Awesome.
Oh, when?
So this is the call that you all had about me and Kumo.
You and Kumo? I don't know if it was about you and Kumo, but this is the call we had with Crystal when Crystal got the logs and came to us the day before, or rather the day Peaches put out that thread.
Oh, so the full February 25th call is being released.
If I recall, I don't know if something's going to be snipped out of it because I'm not the one putting it out. There might be personal stuff in there that's edited out, but I do know it is getting released.
Am I still on the caller? Because everything.
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay, everything just went quiet, so I got a little confused.
Yeah, no, I'm going over some stuff. So aside from the false accusation Supreme comment, which came from an accusation I hadn't even remotely made or was even thinking of making, that came from Peaches. So you took Peaches' assumption and ran with that to YouTube. And
Yep. I did, and I can tell you why I did.
I'm listening.
It's because anytime I wouldn't do exactly what Peaches wanted me to do, it would come down to them trying to kill themselves.
Was that for the entire Conundrum video?
That was, well, not the entirety. Obviously, Peaches wasn't even involved with the call that I put out about Conundrum, but I'm talking about most of the time whenever actually not most, 90% of the time when I did something in relation to defending Peaches, there was a lot of background pushing from Peaches about that.
And how long did that continue?
Dude, I
This
gotta
behavior
get with the
threatening
times,
suicide?
bro. Dude, look how bald I look.
Over a year.
bro.
Oh, over a year. Okay.
How bald I am.
And it only became a topic because Peaches backstabbed you.
Not
No, it
good,
became a topic
boys.
because I wasn't even aware that I was being
Not
abused
good.
and everything behind the scenes until I started sharing my DMs with people.
You had no idea that the constant threats of suicide were baiting?
No, I didn't, because I take every time somebody does that seriously, and you know some of these things because you know some of the people I've called ambulances for.
But this happened for a year, Lyle.
Yeah, I'm aware. When somebody has severe suicidal ideation and depression, they are going to have more situations where they might want to kill themselves than other people.
Yeah, but you're telling me that for a year, this is a repeated pattern of behavior where Peaches would threaten suicide if you didn't do what Peaches wanted.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm telling you. And there are logs that prove that in the video, and there's
I'm not
additional
denying
logs as well.
I'm saying like it never clicked up until recently that was a thing that had happened
But
consistently. for a year.
yeah,
No, the fact that it happened was obvious, but the fact that it was a form of manipulation was not to me.
Okay.
then he's dumb, dude. Leo, you're fucking dumb, bro. You're literally so dumb. This guy's a fucking idiot. Holy shit, Leo, you're an actual idiot. What's up, John Bubba? How you doing? How you doing?
And when was it that you realized that Peaches was manipulating you?
It was a few days after they dropped.
Is Leo Convoy playing victim in this interview right now? Is he gonna play victim the whole time? It's all Hopeless Peaches' fault. Dude, Akumo's doing great. It's all Hopeless Peaches' fault, bro. Nothing Lio did.
Their doc when I opened my DMs and had conversations with other people who were more versed about the topic of manipulation and saw what was actually going on. Because what Peaches did, and I covered this in the video, as I'm sure you've seen, was made it a point to isolate me from talking to other people about these things. Even the few conversations I've had with Jar about Peaches, I didn't tell him exactly what was going on because that was isolated from that. Heck, I even told Jar a little while ago Peaches wanted me to stop talking to him too.
I can confirm all of that happened.
An entire year. I'm still stuck on that. I'm trying to wrap my head around that. Like an entire year of Peaches threatening suicide if you didn't do particular things, and you know, being two-faced behind the scenes is something that you show, or you know, two-faced or a contradictory, you know, like saying you know, like retard privately but then publicly like being against it, right? Like all of this, and like these behaviors went on for a year, or was that just the suicide that happened for a year?
The suicide happened for a year. As far as the double standards of what they said publicly versus what they said privately, they always coached to me, and so did Lumi and other people, that saying specific slurs were fine so long as they themselves are on the spectrum and use it in a form of reclamation, which, as I said in the video, I didn't give any thought to because that wasn't something that was in my neck of the woods.
Leo
so
is definitely on the spectrum, bro.
Do you remember the video that you ran with Peaches talking about Nyx?
Jackie and Nyx, yeah?
Yeah.
Somewhat.
So do you remember the fact that Peaches talked about the threatening suicide tactic in that video?
And actually, I remember them talking about trying to manipulate Crystal with that, but a person who does that can also be critical of other people who do while still hiding their own manipulation. How many times have we seen cops that have abused their wives but also will arrest people for domestic abuse?
Fair. But
True,
this happened for a year.
True.
Yeah, I did.
A year of every time you wouldn't do something Peaches wanted.
There's no way he didn't know. That's a lie. There's no way. There's no way, bro. Leo, you've done whole investigations where you've called people out for way less evidence than this. There's no way. There's no way.
Or you would even, let's take the Among Us example that you specifically put in your video. You left the Among Us game, and Peaches threatened suicide over that.
John Bubba says, good thing he can't have kids because his wife can get past this.
That
I'm not going to read the whole thing.
raise any bells, any flags, any whistles?
The only bells and flags and whistles is that this person is unwell and I'm trying to make it to where they're okay.
Mind if I step in here real quick?
Sure.
Okay, first of all,
Sure.
Lio Convoy, this is why people think you're on the spectrum. You got to pick up on all your social cues, buddy. And as for
Yeah, probably.
Akumu, well, you also need to take into account Peaches was canceled harder than Kiro the Wolf. Like I can imagine someone going through some mental stuff.
What's up,
long
Kangaroo?
after something like that happened.
Yeah.
There's no way he didn't pick up on that, though. There's no way. That's a cop out. He's gonna play victim. He's gonna play dumb, and then he's gonna dish hopeless Peaches the whole time. He's gonna throw them under the. I mean, hopeless Peaches is a piece of shit. You're just gonna throw him under the bus. That's fucking whack, dog. One thing I'm upset with him in this video is that he blamed Jordan for killing his cat. Yet, if you look at his cat, the cat probably died from old age or obesity. Wait, for real?
It's the threatening suicide when people don't want to do what Peaches wants, because this is a repeated pattern of behavior that is being said happened for a year and didn't only happen to Lio. And I don't know. I feel like you're 39. You have way more experience in life than I. Okay, 38, and you have way more experience than I do.
Guys, I got some Spurg stuff going up on members only later this week. If you're not a member, please join today's Spurg City. It's actually coming up tomorrow. Ember Lily versus Spaceman. Members only. Members only.
In life, and that like never like at all. Maybe after the 5th, 6th time this happened, like you didn't think, okay, well maybe something's off here. Why is it every time Peaches is threatening suicide when I won't do something?
Well, no, why would it? Because while I might have better life experience in some case situations, I don't have life experience about everything, Kumo. Or Akumu. I am so sorry. I don't have life experience over everything. There are things Jar had experience with that I don't, which is one reason why, when all this started going down, Jar had a conversation with me, giving me advice on how to handle some of this stuff, because I didn't have experience in this specific realm of what was going on.
You're
here.
taking
There's
advice,
times Jar will hit me
bro?
up about things if he needs, and vice versa. While I might be older, experiences aren't universal. And anybody at any age can be manipulated or abused.
I believe anyone can be
That's
manipulated,
true.
but I think that a year of consistent suicide threats is going to
I
make
think
the average person.
he's lying. I think he's just lying, bro.
You were close with Peaches, but
He's just
if
straight
it's
up
a
lying.
consistent thing, like it's one thing, someone has mental health struggles, that makes sense. But if it's a consistent thing where you're being pushed in a corner where either you do what I want you to do or I'm going to kill myself, and this happens multiple times in a year, I feel like the average person is going to raise an eyebrow and be like, okay, this is obviously, I'm being used here in this situation.
Yep, and you can have that value. You're welcome to it.
He's lying. He's Leo.
You did say earlier
Leo,
that-
you're straight up lying, bro. No. They're not giving him this pass. Don't give him this pass, Akumu. If you let this man... Okay, he's probably going to have to play cordial here because he doesn't want to lose the call. But there's no way. There's no way. Not to... All right. John Bubba says, no doubt. I don't come. It's ridiculous blaming a cat stuff like something without evidence. That's insane to me. I would never do that to anybody. Personally. No, I can't even think of a scenario where I would do that though, right? Not to mention that Jordan, unless they like physically killed, you know what I mean? Not to mention that Jordan is supposed to be mentally unwell and going out of your way to allow a mentally ill person to take care of your pets. Insanely irresponsible. Insanely. Dude, I feel so behind on this. Like, I had to wait so long to do this. I didn't want to. I apologize.
Peaches had done this to other people, but
Had
that's
work
information I
and
didn't get
everything
until
like
later.
And until after, like, was it after you had realized?
Yep.
it
Because
happened?
in fact, I can give an example.
you can
Jar can
see the
attest to. When I sent him a
stream
message of some of the unhinged things Peaches would say to me, he literally responded with, "Yeah,
crazy,
she's
bro.
done that to me before." LOL.
Yeah, but she wasn't doing it consistently to
No.
me for a year. Like,
No.
it's a bit different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but my point,
I mean, I get
my point
you can
was that
attest to that, but
he can attest to the fact that they've done it to other people, or at least they've done it to him. My point is, you brought it up as well. He's done it to other people. That's not something I wasn't even aware of until after I started finding this out, which is why I used Jar as an example, because I sent him to that after I had found this out.
okay.
I don't know if I believe this guy.
And back to the like a crystal flame conundrum video. We'll probably revisit this topic later, but it's just gonna be
Yeah, they're
back
two
and
different.
forth.
They are two different videos, so that makes sense.
You took down the crystal flame video recently,
What?
but with the in the conundrum.
Oh,
video,
not
you
Crystal
said on
Flame's
the false
video.
accusations of bring-
His
you say that I'm
video on
slandering
Crystal
Doodle Tones,
Flame,
but then you
okay.
admit that the role play is real.
Did I say you're slandering Doodle Tones?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Using the word slander?
You want to grab a clip?
Let me pull up my script. Can I do that?
Ew.
Script.
This is boring. I don't know what it, dude, I hate it. Such like a narcissistic behavior.
All right, so here's what I said specifically about Susie. But a single example may not be enough to convince Akumu the love of Akumu's smearing attempts, being an obvious ploy. So here's another one. Akumu has been regularly spreading an RP. Susie did when they were a couple of months past 18. An RP Susie herself did not make sexual, but the other party did. In doing research to properly address this, Susie delved into her old logs and found out that she had been groomed. I was there. I saw how she responded to it. It's an awful thing to discover, but
Okay,
it explains
hold on. Let me. You're reading the script, right? Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the clip right now. Where's the video? There it is.
Where's the blood sports, bro? All right, hurry up.
This. We'll
Sure.
get to the smear thing in just a second. That I had never talked about fuchsia.
Yeah, Jar brought that up to me that you apparently did
Fuchsia
3 separate
butters.
times. I actually never went to look at your
Forgot
catalog.
all
For that,
about
definitely
No,
not
but you
all
knew
of
that though.
I knew that you talked
Forgot
about
about
Fuchsia in a
We
video
talked about
form.
that April 1st, 2023.
In video format?
No, we had a phone call April 1st of 2023 where I told you that I talked about fuchsia. I described fuchsia butter server to you in the
Well,
call.
I'm not going to deny. I completely forgot we had that conversation about Fuchsia.
Well, even if you don't remember that
didn't
call or whatever,
happen.
you still should have at least corrected it in the pinned comment or something, because like
no
misinformation,
kidding.
like yeah.
No, I can
That
do
and
No
I
problem.
know that my FCK series videos were often shared in the Synod
They
at
were?
various times. Yeah, that's how you've
Oh.
seen the ZZ meme. And I shared a
Well,
couple of them when I was
you
in
sent me
every
the
feed.
hold on. You sent me the ZZ thing. You didn't.
Yeah, but I
don't
also
know
shared
if you
them and people linked them in
All right.
Synod.
That doesn't
Not
mean that I
yellow,
clicked
no
on them.
more.
Like
No
there's
more
things
yellow.
going on in the new server now I haven't seen yet.
I'm saying that it was not only
Homie says that he is, bro, a narcissistic, control freak, abusive bully because his daddy abused him, so he tries to reclaim his power he didn't have as a kid.
something I told you about, right? But then with my series, which I've been very open about,
Mhm.
I had a conversation with you. I know that we've talked about it multiple
Animal
times. At least
crap
we've had 2 or 3
is
different phone
in
calls
my
previously,
suit.
and I've talked about the FCK.
Leo
The
Convoy,
one with April 1st, which was right as we were trying to set up the Nezzy call. I described to you,
Guys,
back
take
then,
one.
the stuff that happened between me and Fuchsia.
Pass him
and
down.
Me talking about the server. I went into a lot of detail about it, and then later you claimed that, mind you, I've made 3, maybe 4 videos on Fuchsia, and you're saying, oh, he's never talked about Fuchsia. I need accountability directed that way.
Again, I completely forgot that you did talk about Fuchsia. I didn't even go looking at our DMs to verify that. That's on me.
Okay, but in your most recent video, you said because I made a detail mistake. Of
This is on me. My bad, y'all.
You implied that my other videos must be riddled with misinformation, but like,
That's also not what I said there.
you said. Yeah,
Let me pull it up. Let me pull up the script.
Verbatim.
Also, while you look for that, I didn't
Gonna
see your
have to
full
switch
video,
hats.
Lio
Gonna
Convoy,
have to
but
switch
did you
hats.
correct the misinformation about
Gonna have
Akumu
to.
talking about Butters
Unfortunate as it is,
in
we
the
had to
most
switch
recent video you
heads.
made? Did you clear
No,
up that
I
misinformation?
watched
I
it. You
didn't.
did not.
I completely forgot to address that part because of all the other stuff I had to deal with.
And also keep in mind, I said you made the implication that my other videos had misinformation in them. Not
Give
that
me a
you
second.
did that.
Yeah, just give me a moment because I think
Did
I know what
they?
you're referring to. He. No, it's going the wrong direction. Of course it did. If Akumu can't get a detail that's literally in the very clip he's playing correctly, then what's that to say about the rest of his videos about all this? Yeah, that is a criticism I could absolutely apply to myself too.
Okay. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
Sure.
But the back to the smear thing. Hold on. Let me figure out which word you used here.
Well, I mean, I have the script again.
Smearing attempts. You said my smearing attempts. So that was you gave one example of my supposed smearing attempts, which was the assumption I was gonna frame Peaches as a predator because of the Kumo call, and then you proceed to mention the stuff with Doodles. But how is that a smearing attempt if it actually happened?
Because I think the way you frame the doodle tone stuff is, number one, a problem because you're holding them to a standard that you yourself don't want to be held to, reasonably so. I think if I recall correctly, you made it clear that you think some of the things that were done when you were younger, especially with the Madame and Slimmers thing, isn't something people should have hammered onto you so hard about because you were a minor. A lot of the things that Doodles did in terms of the quote-unquote degeneracy, fetish,
No,
introduction, and stuff like that.
that's not my issue though.
Give me a second. And I'll let you finish in a moment. I think that bringing up Doodles' past actions when they were a minor or when dealing with a grooming situation isn't always a one-to-one. And I think that when somebody does something foolish or out of pocket to that extent when they're younger, there's probably a bigger reason behind it. And I think constantly hammering them on it isn't the right thing to do.
Okay, so my take with the age thing is not that they shouldn't have judged me as hard as they did. I don't ever make that kind of argument. Instead, my whole thing with my series, with all of this, is applying people's standards back onto them. So one of the biggest things that the FCK recurrently did when they talked about slumbers was they said that minors shouldn't be falsely accused, vilified, and attacked by adults with such large platforms. So I applied that back onto them. And suddenly, well, what's the excuse with me? Why was it okay to continuously falsely accuse me? That's the argument I made. I didn't say that they shouldn't have done so. Just that they say you're not supposed to do that, but then did it themselves. That's the whole thing with my age.
Then perhaps I got my values and yours mixed up in that case. I thought we were simpatico on that.
What is happening is you're trying to call him out on hypocrisy when what he's doing is calling them out on hypocrisy. I think that's where the miscommunication is happening.
It's possible.
On top of that, the reason why people
it's possible,
the
but he never admits
it is funny and whatnot and bring it up is because
why does he always say these passive aggressive undertone things? It's possible. Why not just admit it, bro? Come on. Admit it. Admit it.
has denied it for years. For years since it's happened. That's the only reason people talk about it.
Years.
Like with Coyote, the reason why people, they still ragged on Coyote for
a serious question. Chat,
a
serious question.
They don't do it nearly as much because Coyote doesn't.
Why are the PS3 controllers so tiny? Right? Why are they so tiny? Look at this. I got a PS3 controller. I had to get the PS5 one to try and match it. They almost, one's digital, one's Tiger. They almost matched. They almost did it, bro. But hey, you know what I'm saying? I digress. Why do they feel so cheap? I've been playing a ton of BO2 on here. Only because my boys aren't on Xbox.
Okay, he just owns it. At least from what I've seen, he would own it in calls. So that's why there's like a distinction there. It's like when you just own up to it, people care a little bit less. But when you keep dying on that hill.
Hasn't Susie owned up to it several times though, based on the videos?
For multiple years, there was.
I would like to come in.
I don't even know who Jar is. I thought Jar was supposed to be a mediator. This boy's talking way too much, bro. Jar, shut the fuck up, bro.
About this, yeah.
Sure.
Like, Dual Tones was like constantly denying it, saying, "Oh, I'm only part of the BDL, adult baby lovers group for research or something," and then like, "Oh,
guys trying to mediate. I'm here for the blood sports."
Or
when did they start yelling and screeching like banshees, bro?
His name was, but no, not Medicare.
Hey, Medicare.
The black kid. What was his name?
Jar. I know who you're talking about.
Oh, Jar.
That kid Douglas.
That kid Douglas. Yes, I almost called him YouTube dude, but then I was like, oh no, it's not YouTube. Yeah, but that kid Douglas.
Okay, not related to that at all. But can I just admit I can't stand that dude?
What, that kid Douglas? Is he even still around?
Somewhat. I just cannot stand that clown. He is such a pain in the butt. I have history with him.
Well, I find him to be an American treasure. But point is, he was like, the fact that anyone believes that Doodle Tones has a diaper fetish is incredibly stupid. And I was like, no, there's evidence to support that she does. And I wasn't even saying that she did. I just said there's evidence to support that she does. But I don't give a fuck if she has a diaper fetish or not. And then Ponder was like, trying to twist that in her video, trying to be like,
nobody gives a fuck about your opinion, bro. Why are you inserting? Why is this guy inserting himself? I'm here for Akumu, Lio Convoy. Jar, get the fuck out of here. Who are you? Why are you here?
Like, oh, it doesn't matter if someone has a fetish. You should talk about their arguments or something like that. But I was just trying to point out there's evidence that Doodle Tones has a diaper fetish, but for some reason she keeps denying it. Guys, I have a maid fetish. I have other fetishes as well. I just own up to them because who cares?
And then, like recently, the recent thing that you mentioned in your conundrum video is that Doodles had been groomed. And if you go watch Doodles' video on the whole thing, Doodles says the same thing. And then I knew this was going to happen the second I made my
that whole Jar.
It was going to be victim blaming.
That whole thing Jar just had, we didn't even need to go over, bro. Could have admitted that. I should go over re-edit
what we're talking about is the degeneracy that existed before the Doodles had met their groomer, which was November 22nd of 2014. So Doodles was doing diaper shitting art, age regression, and role playing. In fact, there is a journal. I read it in a video. Maybe you haven't seen it. I can read it if you want. Where Doodles is complaining about how. Actually, let me make sure I'm.
What is age regression?
Hold on. I want to make sure I'm. Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it?
Did I tweet this stream out?
I know that there is a journal that Doodles made, and I'm fairly certain it came out before they met their groomer. Take this with a grain of salt because I can't find the screenshot right now, or I'd show it. It's probably on my other drive, but it's something about I swear I read it in a video somewhere. I just can't think of the specific video because I don't think it was the main one on the degeneracy. But anyways, so there's a journal where Doodles is complaining that people don't like transgenders and diapers.
Somebody who's supposed to have mental trauma, they end up acting like a child and
being forced into role plays. So I'm going to quit role playing because people are upset.
Okay.
So that was before the groomer was met. So the degeneracy existed before that, and yet if you talk about it, you and Doodles and Doodles' audience bring up the grooming as if the grooming explains, why Doodles was being a degenerate.
Well, Doodle has actually addressed that in their own video, especially recently. My concern was because of the specific incident that was cited primarily by Mad Libs, who's their own bucket of weirdness, that was going to be used primarily as the dunking point against Doodle Tones for the degeneracy, as you would say. When that specific conversation, that specific roleplay.
Well, what do you mean by as I would say? You don't agree that
degeneracy? Age regression in and of itself is not a sexual thing inherently. There are some people who have made it that, and there are some people who
what about
fetishize
diaper
it. Diaper stuff, yeah, that is a fetish.
Okay,
I'm using your term. I'm using your terms here, is what I'm saying.
Okay, all right.
The problem was the example. The problem was the example used in this specific scenario was one that was pushed by somebody who was grooming them.
Wait, hold on. What?
The DeviantArt one, right? Because that's the one that
You're saying that
Doodle
this claim
talks
was
about.
pushed by someone that was grooming Doodles.
No, I'm saying that the roleplay in that DeviantArt back and forth that you were talking about, that Mad Libs talked about, was with somebody who was grooming them. That's what Doodle Tones was talking about in their video.
No, Kirby's not Alex. Alex is the groomer. They met November 22nd of 2014. Kirby was a completely separate individual. I checked the accounts.
Okay, I'll double check on that because that was the understanding I had.
And if you want, I don't know if the thread's gone, I do have it archived. I think it's on the Wayback Machine. But yeah, they're two separate individuals.
Well, while I got you here, I do have a real quick question.
Yeah.
In that you did at some point claim that Doodle Tones came back on an alt. Where did you get that image from? Because I couldn't find that.
Oh, here, I can give it to you right now. It's so you scroll down on the thread. So Doodles has two accounts, SD the Doodler and I think Doodle Tones. And Doodles made a journal. Metacritic actually talked about this journal, and it was regarding the sudden censors is the title of the journal. It should still be up. And this was made the same day, by the way. I think I'll send it to you, but I'm certain it's May 15th. But I'll just send it to you. Where are you at in DMs? Upload file.
You mean I'm not on the top? I thought you talked to me.
No. Where is it at? Fuck. I know I have it on this drive though, so that's the good news.
Here, I'll message you directly. Put it back to the top of your list.
No, I found you now. I'm just trying to find the screenshot. Where is it? Yeah, right here. So here is the journal first to prove that this was Doodle returning on an alt, mentioning that they're moving accounts. Yeah, so I was right. May 15th, 2015. And then the actual role play. Hold on. I think it's one of these two messages. I'm about to send you two things.
This is gay.
It's one of these two screenshots right here. Well, actually, hold on. I think I could just send you several screenshots here.
You should.
Oh, right here. Perfect. Okay. All right. And here it is, incoming.
Hell, I work at a hospital with
There
a
you go.
behavioral unit. I'll
And
ask
if you want to hold
more about
recording of
age
the entire thing
regression in a
showing that it
bit.
goes from
That's
one account to the other.
fucking weird, bro.
Well, my question is,
Never
where
heard
did
of
you get
age
this from?
regression in
Wayback
my
Machine?
life.
No, this is on. You go to the role play. So you go to the Game
I
Girl.
did, and I could not find this.
You couldn't find it on the Game Girl post.
No.
Did you not see the Kirby comment?
Maybe it's been a while since I've looked to be 100.
Because I have a recording of the whole thing to prove it. If Doodles, because if you're saying it's not there, it's either maybe it wasn't loading or Doodles deleted it. But I can give you an entire recording of the whole fucking thing.
Okay.
Here, I'll upload it to a Google Drive.
But I want you to be aware my value with this might be different than yours, because usually when people who were minors wind up in these spaces, there's something else wrong going on. So I'm not going to condemn Doodle Tones for any of this as they are now. Just like I personally don't think I should condemn you inherently for things that happened when you were younger during the Madame situation. I think there were some problems there. I think you conducted yourself poorly, but it's not something I don't think you could have learned from.
Yeah, but I think Akumu's big issue is the consistent lying and covering up of it. I think that's what his issue is.
As a community, by the way, it wasn't an effort just from Doodles. It was people around Doodles. I've got screenshots gathered of Doodles' audience. So aside from just people around Doodles, friends with Doodles that have denied it, Doodles themselves, and then also audience members that outright deny it being true. So that's my issue. It's the
Let me ask you directly. What would you want from Doodle about this?
Just flat out honesty. Just
Honesty,
instead of
you
for
say?
example, I don't know if you've seen. Did you watch Doodle's video addressing that roleplay one last time?
Dude, I'm gonna give
they
this
talk
like
about it
30 more
in the
minutes.
most recent video too, where they do say that they admit that they were involved in these groups.
In that video, the addressing that roleplay one last time, there's a clip that's played from an older video where Doodles claims to have been made uncomfortable by the Kirby roleplay.
Mhm.
And that's contradicted, because if you're uncomfortable with something, why would you come back to continue it? That's why I brought up the fact that the SD the Doodler account returned to continue the roleplay. So it's all I want is like an admission, and then that's it. I don't need well, I was made uncomfortable, but actually in truth I showed up on an alt account to continue it, because I think that's contradictory. I don't think
I get why you
come back.
Well, that's not entirely true. I get why you think that, but there's been plenty of times where people have been uncomfortable with things and they'll still come back to those things. I've seen it happen quite a bit, specifically in things that they feel they're pressured into or things that they feel they're getting attention from. I've seen that happen a lot of times, where people just letting their entire boundaries and everything down because of other reasons on top of that while they were still uncomfortable. So I don't think that's inherently a contradiction, personally, based on the experiences I have about things like that.
If you make an account because your grandmother has found out about it, and so you make a new account, and then you return on that new account. Mind you, this would have been a perfect opportunity for Doodles to just drop it, right? Because if they were uncomfortable with where it was going because of the underage character being groped, that was what has been said. They had the perfect opportunity right then and there to just not continue it. That would have been an absolute perfect opportunity.
But wait.
My grandma found out about the account, so I moved accounts.
Who condemned Rosa and Jax though? Spoiler, dude.
A new account was made. And one of the earliest things
I
that
can give you one. You
is
want one
return to
about
that
this?
that
Yeah,
conversation to begin
absolutely,
with.
absolutely.
And I can understand where your value from that comes from, but you're also looking at this from an outsider who's not in that position. Because it's been no shortage of situations where people will say, well, if I was in that situation, I would have done this. But we're also looking at things as an outsider perspective without even having all the pieces. Something Doodle even admits they don't completely have anymore because a lot of the logs from other chats they were in just don't exist anymore. So you and I sitting on the outside saying, well, this would have been a perfect opportunity, this would have been that. While that could be true from our perspective, we don't inherently have all the pieces there. And
Has
we don't
Doodle
know.
implied that there's something more to the Kirby roleplay?
No, but I know Nil has.
The guy with brain, I mean, the girl with brain damage.
Yes, but Nil's value on this was very interesting because Nil's like, what if they've been groomed in one specific way in a fetish group of people who knew they were a minor? What's to say it didn't happen in other situations too that might have also, led to this?
Yeah, I just don't think Call Me Nil is the best source because
Did you
Source,
make an
no.
entire video saying that Nil was?
I'm not saying they're a good source. I'm saying that they make an interesting argument concerning this.
All right.
yeah,
That's why I said from Nil of all people.
Oh, okay. But I think
A mini one when
Akumu's,
Jax pops up?
the magnum opus problem with this is the constant
kinda
one,
hype
constant
about that
covering
then.
up of what happened.
Yeah, because if it's not okay, well, I didn't have that fetish. I just what was I think the original argument was I don't have the fetish. I'm just interested in it. It's not a fetish. I'm just interested in it. And then it switched to for a good while just not acknowledging it. For a good while painting it as though this is like false accusations. All this shit was photoshopped. Now Doodles has never outright claimed that, but Doodles' audience has. So I'm saying like overall, I take an issue with that. And like for example that video, instead of just saying yeah I did it, and I haven't done it since. Moved on. It's oh well I did it, but I was uncomfortable with it. But I'm not going to mention that I returned on the account to like. I seriously don't think that if someone's uncomfortable with the conversation, they're gonna come back on a new fresh account to continue it for as long as they did. The roleplay went on for a month. I don't think that's something like if you're uncomfortable because one of the earliest things that happened in the roleplay. Sorry, Chad, I have to get in the specifics here. Was the character being rubbed, and so you're uncomfortable with it. It goes on for a month. You come back on. I don't think that's indicative of being uncomfortable with it. Maybe later on you can say in retrospect, yeah, that makes me really fucking uncomfortable. I can't believe I did that. But saying, oh, I was uncomfortable in the moment of doing it, I can't buy that.
Okay, well, you don't have to. It's not inherently a value that everybody's going to agree with, but that's where you stand. That's where you stand.
Okay, what was the other thing that we were going to talk about that we sort of skirted away? Because we talked about the whole smearing attempt thing.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. That's how we got into the conversation we're in right now.
There wasn't something else we were going to bounce back to?
Maybe?
Chat, help us out here. Was there something else we were going to bounce back to?
I mean, I've got some things here, though.
A lot of
Oh
dead
yeah,
air.
go for it.
Okay, so the reason why I ghosted you in terms of DM was because I figured if I did wind up talking to you, it would be a problem. And part of your communication.
What do you mean by problem?
Okay. Do you know why you were banned from Senate?
No.
Okay. I mentioned it in my video, but I don't go into full detail. You had told me, and again, I have
This is about
misremembered.
Ninja Monster?
No, it's not actually. It's about Peaches. You told me that.
Fucker.
I mean, give me a second here. You correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I clearly don't remember all of our calls. You told me that you would leave these people alone once you got answers from them about the SEK. One was Nezzy, the other was Peaches. Do you remember that?
No. I don't even know why Peaches would be even in the mix of that conversation because the first time me and Peaches ever interacted was that server that I made and invited the two of you in. Like, I had never interacted with Peaches until that moment. So this idea that I've been nagging Peaches is completely baseless.
I'm not talking about the nagging right now. I'm just asking if you remember that specific conversation we had because you
I'm
did
an
ask
adult
Peaches
and
about
trying
the
to
SEK
give you
concerning the image
advice.
and something else, but I
with
can't remember what he said.
apologies
So
for
I asked
slang,
about-
plus
I asked
why
you
you
to ask
called the
Peaches about
school.
And
That's
then I
right.
asked Peaches
Why'd
in
you
that
call
server,
school,
about
bro?
the FCK. Peaches said, "Oh, I don't remember much."
Too big in the head,
then
bro.
Immediately left. That was it. I don't remember Peaches ever being a conversation of leave these people alone. The individual I do remember was Nezzy Monster.
Nezzy?
That is an individual.
Nezzy Monster,
Well, that might
another
be
main
but
player
when it
in
comes
the
down to it,
game.
when you started commenting on something in relation to Twitter back in October, and I remember because I was on vacation, Peaches had a complete meltdown in my DMs about it and demanded that I remove you because you wouldn't leave them alone. So that's what I did. And
You're
I
saying
figured-
October of 2023?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I
The only thing
wonder.
I could think of was that it was.
I wonder. Did she threaten suicide if you didn't get removed? What the fuck?
I replied to a tweet that I found was ironic, and that was it. That was.
I'm surprised he didn't throw her under the bus.
The point is,
And so
gonna
he
be
just had a
real.
meltdown over it.
and told me that, why do you talk to this person? Why are you their friend? Which is very loose, obviously. Like, I don't understand why you're around this person. Well, they're harassing me all the time. And, well, I gave Peaches what they wanted. And the reason why I didn't respond to your DMs was because, number one, I thought maybe you were baiting me due to things Peaches was putting in my mind about you. And the fact that I figured if I did respond, Peaches would find out and tear into me for it.
Oh, okay. All right. So you banned me from the server because Peaches cried.
Yep.
And then you ghosted me because of Peaches.
Oh, hold on.
What the fuck is that?
One moment. I'll be right back.
All right.
Well, I'll try to save our spot for when he gets back.
All right.
Yeah, like Here's the thing about Mr. Convoy. He gets a lot of false allegations about himself, but he also seems to jump on things for very bizarre and weird reasons.
Yeah. You know, this Peaches. I mean, one, I don't think my tweet was all that bad. I just remember pointing
Who's
out
this
something that
jar
was wrong.
guy?
And that's something that I always do with people.
This
It's
jar
the
guy is
addiction
pissing me off, bro. I'm not gonna cap.
But
I don't like this jar guy. He's pissing me off. Who is he? Where does he come from? What's his relevancy? Why is he important? I don't like him here, bro. It's kind of annoying.
I did it with Manga Comment at one point, but
Mhm.
this, I'm astounded that is what led to the ban. Because here's the thing, chat. I was inconsistently told through purely word of mouth, because I was never given direct reason why I was banned. At one point there was a claim that I had Fox Mafia people on my Discord server. Actually, speaking of, that's a question I'm going to ask him when he gets back, because I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
I vaguely know it's like people like Gilded Poo and
Who was never in my Discord server.
Firstky, I know is also one of them. Cas Warfox, but like
That, ladies and gentlemen, is number 8.
What does that mean?
That is the 8th pizza somebody's tried to deliver to my place.
awesome.
Interesting.
I love pizza.
Is it already
Yeah.
paid for? No.
Oh, heck no. Come on, man. Of course it's not paid for.
No.
That's the point. This would be that Neff guy. He's done it to me. He did it to Grimskull. He's done it to several people. It's whatever.
The 8th pizza.
Wait, Neff did it to Grimskull?
I know Grim's claiming I did it to him, but I don't know who he is. I don't have a single clue about his real identity. If I did, I would have put it in a video.
And you didn't send the police to Kumo's house?
I don't know who Kumo is.
Okay. But in your video, okay. All right. But then in your video, you threatened to send the police to Gilded's house.
I said that his actions are sooner or later going to attract the attention of the police, and I don't have Gilded's information either, because if I did have all his information, I would have put it in the video.
All right. I'm just going to step in here real quick. You two can talk about this, but after you guys finish, we have to get back on the topic of why Akumu was banned. I don't
Oh
wanna
yeah,
lose
thank
that
you, thank you
point.
for that, thank you for that.
Yeah, and we only got so much left. Yeah, it was the fact that I had it put in my mind multiple times that you could not be trusted, that you were scheming something, and that you were going to be a
And
problem.
that was that purely from Peaches?
It's from Peaches and just the general vibe around about other things concerning it. Kind of hard
I'm
to
willing to
detail.
bet there were other people too.
Actually, no. If you're referring to people from Doodletone's camp, nobody has told me to not
More
talk
like
to you.
Nezzy Monster.
No, Nezzy's also never told me not to talk to you.
Okay. So Nezzy never said that?
No.
Okay. When I asked you not to tell them that I had the FCK server, and then I mentioned it in the Nezzy call, they weren't surprised at all. So did you mention it to them?
No, I don't think so.
Because I mean, they weren't surprised. I mean, they were
Yeah,
like,
let me
oh yeah,
look. Let me look at my DMs.
And also, while you're looking in DMs, do you have any DMs that could corroborate Peaches, like, you know, going batshit crazy because you're?
Dude, this is kind of.
Give me a minute.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait before I say that.
No, the only time I mentioned, or the FCK is mentioned at all, our DMs is after your call.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and check my. It's gonna be a little more difficult because again, Peach's account is deleted. So give me a minute. I gotta find it again.
Why is Peach's account? Why did it?
No,
get
they do all their
deleted?
accounts.
Well, I
yeah,
know that the YouTube accounts are like not deleted. It's like where you can.
No, they're gone. They're
Oh,
gone.
they're,
No,
they're
no.
fully deleted. You
Yeah.
said-
Nah, I don't believe
wait.
it.
I heard that from I think
Ali
it was Crystal Flame. I could be wrong on
says-
that. Don't quote me.
Hey, Flat, the volume is a little low. Hey, no worries, Chief. I don't think so. Political
To be honest,
answer.
but I heard from Crystal Flame that Peaches just privated her YouTube account. I mean, his YouTube account.
They did at the time, but now they think it's gone completely.
Well, but yeah, I can confirm what Leo said. Yeah, Peaches also nuked her. His Discord. Fuck, it's hard to keep up with new pronouns.
Dude, fuck pronouns, bro. Fuck
Okay.
pronouns.
What about the
Pronouns are gay.
Do you have
Yeah,
any
yeah.
group chats that you could try and maybe use to maybe open those DMs?
Appreciate you, Flat. Don't
Well, I have the
worry,
DMs
Ollie.
now, and it doesn't look like you were mentioned in text, but I do know we had. Hold on, I'll be right back. Another pizza.
Yeah, I think we've got another pizza.
Well, while he gets that pizza, so with the whole Peaches saying you never left her alone, I mean him alone.
That
Fuck,
isn't
cannot
the
keep up with this shit.
consequences of our
Didn't
actions
you,
there. Guys, don't
didn't
send Lio
Peaches do a
Convoy
video on
pizzas. It's
you,
actually
and,
stupid as fuck.
Didn't you not do a video on them at the time?
No, so Peaches never made a video on me, but Peaches was in the FCK server and was like commenting at some point on a couple
God,
of their
this
videos. But I
fucking-
never. That's the thing. I
These
never
guys are
even know,
boring
even
me,
despite
bro.
the fact that Peaches was commenting. Right, the only thing I ever
Every 10
mentioned in
seconds
my
they get off
series was
topic.
that, you know, Peaches was commenting, knowing what they were doing in regards to me. But me and Peaches, I swear, we have never, like, up until that time that we spoke in that server that I invited Peaches and Lio into because I had some misunderstandings.
Soapless
of the
Peach is even still around, or did the age regress to the point
That
where
is
they
the
can't
only
even
time
have
me
a
and Peaches
Discord
interacted,
account
and
anymore?
maybe I replied, and I could have easily replied in October about the irony of something. But
Did Peaches at least mention you in their Madame video? At
no,
least?
because that was made before me. That was actually made before I showed up. Yeah.
I could have sworn Peaches talked about you in a video. I could have sworn. Like, I guess I was wrong.
I mean, unless the video was made later on and I just haven't seen it. I can't say that I'm like a Peaches connoisseur.
Well, I guess it's just
All right.
RCC people. I just
We're
assume
up.
they all made
We're up.
videos on you.
Fair enough, fair enough.
And we have a number 10.
10th pizza. Okay.
Yeah. Funny thing is they put Sasu's name on top of this.
Oh.
Ooh. And here's what I don't understand, right? So the phone number, the phone number for the order is 1-800-867-5309. How did they fall for this? Whatever. But no, I don't have it in my
Kinda funny.
DMs apparently with Peaches, so it probably happened in call when they freaked out on me about it.
Okay. So like, was anyone else, or was this just a personal call?
6875309.
Personal call. A lot of our calls are personal. As I said in the video, most of the time, a couple hours after I wake up until Peaches went to sleep, is we talk a lot.
I didn't even write that
it was
song.
Consistent, always private. We'd of course have calls in Senate too, but they acted differently there.
Okay, I'm just like I'm trying to like wrap my head of everything so far that we've talked about in regards to Peaches, because there's like the year of suicide threats to push you to do certain things, and then on top of that, there's like how what made you fold so
Peaches
easily
only
with
claims
Peaches?
he as
Because
a
there's somebody I
freaking
cared about,
shield
and I
hiding
consider
behind
them.
the translator.
You're talking to a guy who physically took people into his home. Also, Crystal wants to know if she can
gay, bro.
Would it be fair to say you're gullible?
No, I don't think it's fair to say I'm gullible. I think it's fair to say that there are times that I can be, but that I am inherently no.
Okay. I saw it. Are you okay? Are you both okay with Crystal coming on?
I am.
I'm just a middleman, so I don't give a shit.
Okay. Before I do have another question.
Go for
it. Send Crystal an invite.
I think pronouns are.
Were you
are
behind
whack.
the email? Fucky shit on my email.
Yeah, pizza buddies don't really
Akumu,
care
I'm not
about
smart
phone
enough
numbers
to
unless they got a
No, I'm
call
not
to
saying like
order.
anyone tried to sign into my email account.
Literally,
I'm just saying it's odd, that a few days before my premiere, when you knew I was going to be talking about Peaches and the FCK, that I'm signed up on a Christian website and then a bunch of porn websites through my YouTube email. And this was done very clearly by someone who knows about what's going on online, because the username, one of them was chronically online, I think, something like that. So
no, Akumu, I don't know your email address, but I had people do something similar to me. Somebody tried to create a Dropbox account with my YouTube email.
Okay, so weird people. I just wanted to ask directly because.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I've heard some other things happen too, but no, I had nothing to do with any of that, and I don't know anybody who would. Like, that's kind of beyond what we would do in general.
I don't think so, because you've doxed people, haven't you?
When you say dox, let's get our terms right. Do you mean finding somebody's information, or do you mean publicizing it? Because that's what doxing is. It's publicizing it.
Yeah, publicizing it.
I have done that to predators, and I have done that to scumbags. Are you a predator?
Could you elaborate on the scumbags? What the scumbags?
Scumbag would be a sexual harasser, an obsessive stalker who makes physical threats. So, to give you an example, I would do that to, say, Carol the Wolf. I would do that to, say, these are hypothetical. Could somebody like Cord Kitty. There's a few other people that I've covered in my video content that have been absolute degenerates. So doing it to them is something, but let's say somebody that you might be aware of, the Hey It's Comic
Not calling somebody school,
because,
bro.
While their
What do
actions
you
are
mean?
scum me, they don't breach that moral horizon. So I don't think putting out their name would be appropriate.
Okay. And what about I saw your recent video when you talked about the Jack stuff, and Jack's hounding you and being an annoying 15-year-old, 16-year-old. But my issue with that, hold on, actually, I need to send this invite to Crystal, but I'd like to talk about that.
Is Crystal
you say in
doing
the
this
call
call?
that you're going to ruin his life, and then later on you do call the school. You say that you didn't say that he was going to shoot up the school.
Correct.
But when Jax was interviewed, he said that the school thought he was going to shoot up the school. So where would the school get that in communication? If
I have absolutely no idea, because I had to correct them multiple times. As you saw in that screenshot, would you like a more direct image of that screenshot?
Yeah. Wait, you saying
Sure.
you corrected? You corrected the school and like?
Yeah, because I called the school, I gave them the basic information, and I made it very clear when I talked to them. And again, I shouldn't even be talking about this publicly, because I said in the video I wouldn't go forward with that because he tends to be unhinged when you do so. I told them he has not made a single threat to the school. And I had two people after that initial report call me saying, so is he making threats to the school? No, he's not.
So why call the fucking school then, bro? Why? It is pointless. It was pointless. Your scare tactic obviously didn't work. All you do is create a headache for administration. They don't know this online stuff. The average person doesn't know about this online stuff. They're not going to care about this. All they know is that you're a random person saying that their student is either going to cause harm to a student, a friend, somebody. They don't know if it's going to be in the school. They don't know any of that, bro. They have to assume the worst in those situations. So that's how that happens. When these things take place in real life, Leo, believe it or not, in real life, when people hear these kinds of things, they take and think the worst. Safety is not to be taken for granted, bro. It's a rule.
I'm making threats to the school. That's why I was so frustrated in my DMs with Sarah. It's like, will they please stop and actually pay attention to what's being said here?
I mean, you're a random guy on the internet talking about some random kid. Like you're not a parent or guardian.
I think it's a little deranged to call the school to begin with.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I've apologized for that. That was out of pocket. Again, where is that screenshot?
So you realize it was out of pocket, but you still want to say that you were in the right somehow? This is your fault that they think he was going to harm the school. This is your fault. Without you calling into the school, none of this happens, bro. It's like he's still trying to justify his actions.
Okay, just give me a minute.
I was wrong,
I have over
but
200 images
I was
for the
kind of
video
right.
itself, so it's going to take me a moment to find. Okay, there's some of that. Okay.
Jeez, Crystal is taking forever to join the call.
Well, to be honest with you, I just sent the link because I kind of forgot.
Nice.
Okay. Well, hold on. This is a screenshot with Queen Seraphina.
Queen Seraphina, a little bitch, bro. Queen Seraphina's a little bitch.
School has been informed. Resource officers, police are going to snatch him up and give him a good scare.
Mhm.
Why do you think that? Hold on. Why
Go
was, what about this? Did you think was a good idea? Hold on. I'm going to put this on screen. I
Go
promise to do so. Hold on.
My
I'm
direct
just trying to
actions
wrap my head around
definitely
this here.
don't have any
Yeah.
form of effect.
Hold on. Share screen. Yep. Share screen.
You best be glad I ain't Jackson's
Window.
daddy with the.
Okay. All right.
And if they do, it's not my fault.
So everyone can see it. School has been informed. Resource officers, police are
All right, look at this. Look at this. I'm going to snatch him up and give him a good scare. Leo Mantu. So who's Leo Mantu?
going to snatch him up and give him
Give him a good scare. Yep. Essentially letting him
that
know.
was a good idea.
Because when you have somebody who is talking about being in gang affiliations and owning firearms when they are a child,
That's what you told the school? They're not going to hear what you have to say, bro. You're calling a school. I believe there's a child there with, he's got some gang affiliations and stuff with firearms. He's making a mockery of all this. They don't hear anything that you say after that, bro. They hear gang affiliations and firearms. That's all they hear. And you're an external source. They don't know you. You're not a parent or guardian either. They have to take that with the utmost seriousness. You're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot, Leo. You thought... This man hasn't been outside his house in fucking years, bro. Especially with today's climate. Oh, especially with today's climate. Come on, Leo. Come on, bro. School has been informed. Resource officers and police are going to snatch him up and give him a good scare. Lamau, the principal just called me. Somehow, again, they thought I said he made threats to the school.
that is something that probably needs to be looked at in one way or another. The good scare is, hey, your actions don't exist in a bubble. That's what that was in relation to.
But you know why he brought those things.
That is so ironic that you say that, Leo. That's so... Your actions don't exist in a bubble either. You could have ruined this kid's life. A minor. What did you just say 20 minutes before when we were just quietly listening before we said anything? I don't think we should go after something. It's a learning experience, you know? They're a minor. We shouldn't really go after them, right? Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
It's upright.
Actually, no, I didn't sit there and think about it being chest thumping until later on, which is
That's-
again
that-
why he was
that was-
apologized to.
Okay, you say
Okay,
what you did was
and,
wrong. Okay, but when you gave, like, do you have any evidence of you saying sorry directly to him?
No, I don't.
Did you, like, have you replied
So
to a
hold on.
comment of his
Actually,
saying sorry?
actually, no. In the call that I showed a clip from, I literally said that it was wrong that I did that.
And when was the call held?
Did you even apologize to
I
the
can't remember the
dude?
exact day, but it does have the video timestamp, or not timestamp. It is in the video where I do talk to him about that, and I've talked to him multiple times about this afterwards. It's one reason why I went out of my way to try to help him when he was in trouble, multiple times. Whether it be him mixing it up with predators for some goofy reason, or getting in trouble with other weirdos that were angry at me, or even telling him that trying to get someone to trace some girl he's interested in isn't right.
Okay, so did you speak with him all in one go, or is this all separate calls?
Oh, these are all separate incidents. Like, I had communication open with him for a long time after that call. It wasn't until last year that I blocked him on anything.
Would you guys like me to step in here real quick?
Well, he doesn't. Well, I don't think he recorded the call with the school.
Well, no, I was at work.
And
I don't know how to record things on mobile.
wait, you saw? Hold on, wait, you were at work when you called them?
Yeah, because it was during work hours.
When I am at work, when I am not home, none of this shit matters, bro. Why is he talking to a minor in general? Oh my god, I'm gonna be real. I don't even know. I didn't even know. I didn't even think about that at all. Just crazy. Just
The
weird,
call
weird
with Jackson
behavior.
Serafino was while you were at work.
No, the call to the school was when I was at work.
Why would you stop? Why would you stop? Well, one, anyways, you're beefing with this 15-year-old, and you're in this back and forth of an intimidation thing. The whole gun thing was very obviously to try
To
and
you.
intimidate you back.
To
What
you,
do you mean
yes.
to me?
Exactly what I said.
You don't like okay? How you were like 36 at the time, right? You're
At
saying
the moment, I did not perceive it as an intimidation tactic. No.
if you show up to my house, I'm going to shoot you. That's not him trying to intimidate you back. So you don't show up. That didn't register at all.
Well, considering the fact that he went on about how he was in gangs and had shot guns before, no, not inherently. But again, I'm just giving you the courtesy of having.
Leo Convoy was scared of a little 15-year-old kid, bro. Like, Leo knows that he's a popular content creator, and he's talking to a kid about their life choices, which is something that he knows doing that is weird and sus as hell, bro. Exactly.
In a small conversation about this because I made it clear in my video I didn't plan to talk about it again afterwards because he does
I
unhinged
like
things
you,
whenever
bro.
you talk about
I like
it.
you.
So you
Yeah,
also
no, I
continue
will
to post this doesn't help.
I will give credit to the fact that he does unhinged things. I heard the fucking weird voicemail. Okay, not
And
going to defend that.
Then don't
at all.
continue to enable it either. You're sitting here
How
talking about me
enable
being gullible. I just told you how. You're sitting here talking about me being gullible, but you're falling into the same exact trap. I've lined out why I didn't plan on talking to him about it or talking about it publicly again, and here you are bringing him up.
I'm bringing him up because I think that the whole situation to begin with is like insane. It's asinine. And
Okay.
you know, this
That doesn't change my
the
point.
two black call. You said you had taken accountability in the call.
Mhm.
So like, what does that mean? Because you use that word very, very frequently.
Hold on. Taking accountability is owning what you've done and trying not to repeat it in a lot of cases. There are other times it's not. Some of it involves legality for a lot more serious things, but that is part of taking accountability is owning what you've done, whether it's right or wrong, and moving on with it.
It took a whole of 7 minutes just for us to see some irony from this. Oh my god, bro. It right itself, bro. Leo, you're an idiot, bro. You're an idiot.
Okay, and in the call, okay, we're talking about the whole intimidation thing. You're saying it didn't register to you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not say that you were going to show up to his house?
I did not say I was going to show up to his house. What I said was if I did, because he said,
Leo-
show up to my house.
Lio Convoy builds toys to try and reclaim some of the time he lost as a kid because of his father. Whoa, who said that?
I said, if I did, how would you even know it was me? I didn't say I'm going to show up at your house.
Well, hold on. Let me grab the clip.
Yeah, I think that would be best if we go.
Yeah, but
clip
you're
by clip
still
and talk
leaving
about
room
them.
for
No, we're not
inferences
going
there.
clip by clip because I made it very clear if we continue to talk about him, he's going to do unhinged things.
I think he's going to do unhinged things regardless, but
He only pipes up about it when he's brought up publicly. I have been very clear about that. I have given evidence to that. If you want to go about this in privately, that's fine, but I'm not going to continue talking about it publicly. I've addressed this multiple times. And I've told you why.
I'm not letting Jax in. Lyle's not going to be cool with that, and I'd like to keep this going.
Yeah, and the last time Jax wound up on a live stream talking about this, he irritated everybody else there too. So as far as I'm concerned, if you want to talk about this, Akumu, we can do it off your stream.
Well, the reason I'm talking about it with you is because you did say you were going to go show up to his house. You said, all
I
right,
did
that's
not-
what we're going to do.
I did not say I was going to show up to his house. And again, I am not going to further talk about this with you in the public sphere. And I've given you my reasons why. They have been lined out. They haven't given-
No. He got him. Yeah, Matt. No. We got the clip. We can look at it now. We will not look at it, and we will not talk about this further. Yeah. Does he not realize that saying he's going to show up at a 15-year-old's house is absolutely wild and crazy to me? How? Exactly, Ali. Let's think about this for a moment. If I'm 15 years old and some old dude says, hey, I'm going to show up at your house, you little bitch. You think you're so cool in your little bubble? You know what I would do? Hey, Pops. I was arguing with this dude online, and he said he's going to show up here. You know what my dad would have done? All right, let him come. Let him come. Don't answer the door for nobody. Let him come. You know exactly what would happen? I don't know. I don't know what would have happened. But my dad would have been like, yo, let him come. Let him talk this shit. Let him come.
Evidence. If you care about evidence, then you'll respect that.
Leo, Lio,
crazy.
Stream.
It's just crazy.
not
Lio.
stream the
If
call.
some dude on the internet
You-
contacted my
Jax
parents, it would have
said,
been over for
yes,
them.
are you going to show up to my house?
Why are you fucking
You know, I
talking
want
to
you
my
to do
kid
that. I want you to show up to
online?
my house. And you said, all right, that's what we're going to do.
Like literally, why the fuck are you talking to my kid online? Fuck.
Dude, is that not... What
You
is
some
like
fucking
not
sicko,
registering there?
goddamn weirdo. It's
real
exactly what
quick,
my dad
Lio,
would have said.
before you reply, remember, blood pressure. Blood pressure.
Yeah, if someone else says, I won't talk about it anymore, Lion, the Sentiers would crawl their ass. Bro, they would fucking flip shit if this was in the Senate.
Take lisinopril every day, Jar.
I know, but you're getting kind of heated. Like, let's calm it down a little bit.
Because
Jar,
I made it
shut
clear I
the
wasn't going to talk about this publicly.
Jar, shut the fuck up, bro. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. Come on. Why is he gotta deflate everything, bro? Actually, just this dude actually just pissed me off. Get this guy out of here, bro. Boot him. Get him out. Get him out.
And I've done the decency of letting Akumu say some things concerning it, and I'm not going to any further past that because I am now breaking my word from that video. So do you want me to keep to my word or not?
Akumu, would you like to continue this conversation in private?
Oh my
Well,
god,
I
y'all
think
saw my hairline.
the reason why people find it interesting is because you deny saying I didn't say I was going to show up, but Jax asked and said that he wanted you to show up, and he said, all right, that's what we're going to do.
Hold on. I got something else coming in a minute here.
Another pizza?
Well, allegedly the possibility of it being somebody else, but I'm waiting for evidence on that.
Wait, what do you mean? Somebody else?
Well, this is saying that 2 Black is admitting to being the one sending pizzas to my house.
Hey yo.
Was this on stream or privately?
I'm waiting to get evidence on it.
Okay.
This is gay. This is gay, bro.
Does one of you have family over?
What?
I'm hearing background noise. People
I think
talking.
that's probably coming from me. I think someone just came in through the door. I'll mute myself on my end.
I'm dabbing on these haters, cuh. I'd laugh if the pizzas would just lie to distract and stop the cover. I think the strategically ordered pizzas, bro. There's no way. There's no way. You're not that popular, Leo. You're not that popular. Holy fuck, that air. Holy fuck.
And allow him to finish what he's doing.
I'm waiting. They're typing.
Holy fuck. All right, can I get some timestamps?
I was surprised by it myself when I was told of it, and I was like, "Bullshit!" Like you're like, I think it was, who was it? I'm trying to remember who told me about it. Maybe Kumo. Maybe someone brought it to me. I was like, "No way, you're joking! No, there's bullshit." And then I watched the Queen Seraphina video, and that's
Okay,
when
so
I talked about it in my.
Allegedly, Jax was told by 2 Black that that's what 2 Black is doing.
Two Black's kind of a dope name.
Well, you'd have to ask 2 Black. Do you have him on Discord?
No, and I'm not really interested in chatting with him about it. Because the worst case scenario, he is the one doing it. Other scenario, Jax is lying about it and he's doing it. Because Jax has already made it clear that he will do anything he can if he is upset about something. Which, that's fine.
I'm not allowing him on the stream.
Well, that's fine.
I have that clear.
It's whatever.
I'm still waiting for Crystal Flame to join.
Hold on, let me message her.
All right, can we hurry this up?
They're waiting for you.
And just, I think it's still up. So if need be, it's on Queen Seraphina's channel. But this is the clip of what I was referring to. So where?
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go.
Why do you think that?
Finally.
This is the thing that everyone's been curious about, because each time you talk about this since it's happened, you've denied saying, "Well, I never said I was going to go to his house." This was talked about in the, I mean, you've talked about.
Wait,
this.
Why do you think I kept
now he
directing
says-
2 Black? Why do you think I kept directing 2 Black back to that call? If that's what I thought I actually said, why would I reinforce that by telling him to go back and re-listen to the call?
And the dozens of people that have made videos talking about this, you haven't watched any of those videos?
No, I actually haven't.
So now he says, I don't recall saying that. Okay.
I'm a
Okay,
little
buddy.
busy, Akumu.
What about Gilded when he talked about it?
Didn't watch his video either.
And my LARPer Lao video, you haven't seen that one?
No, I haven't. I haven't watched any of your content concerning that.
Like I know the Fox Mafia has talked about this a lot.
And I know you
No,
talked about Fox
actually,
Mafia.
They actually didn't talk about this a lot. This is something that primarily Gilded Pooh apparently talked about.
Yeah, but wasn't he a part of that group?
Not at the time we talked about it, no.
Okay, that was a mistake on my end then.
Also, speaking of the Fox Mafia, you
Mhm.
said that there was Fox Mafia. I think it was you. Take this with a grain of salt. If I'm wrong on this, I'll admit to that. Did you say that there were Fox Mafia people in my Discord?
I can't remember if it was your Discord or Kumo's, but I know there's at least some in Kumo's. This is part of the problem of you two having similar names.
Well, this was allegedly the reason I've heard through word of mouth on this, so I can't again quote it right. But when I was trying to figure out why I was banned, which you've told me now today, why I was banned is because Peach was crying about it. One of the reasons I was informed of through word of mouth was that I apparently had Fox Mafia people in my Discord server.
I think you may have, but that wasn't the reason why you were banned, I don't think. I'd have to look at the logs in terms of what was said publicly. But I know you had a couple of people who were in there in your Discord. That would be
Can you
Grimskull
name
and
them?
Foxton. Grimskull and Foxton.
I don't recall Grimskull ever being in my Discord server. I could check, but I don't think
was.
Grimskull. Hold
He
on,
was. It was a mutual server of ours that we had for a while.
Let me make sure.
Go for it.
Did he leave it?
Probably. I think he left all of his connections once he got a pizza sent to his house that for some reason he still thinks it's me.
He might think it's you because that clip where you said you might get a free pizza.
Yeah,
but
with the
that would be a free pizza. And that was a joke. That's not something I do to people.
I know. I'm just saying that might be what leads to him thinking that.
Well, it's
Why
odd because
would
he came
you
at pizza
even say
sideways too.
that?
Like you gave somebody my email. Pizza didn't even know who Grimskull was.
I think he's lying about the pizza thing. Too coincidental. Too coincidental.
Yeah, so Grimskull's actually in chat. He's saying he was never in my server. I'm looking. I can't even find any mention of him in my server.
I know Foxton was there.
Foxton
maybe-
was in my server, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
probably just go ahead. It's probably just assumptions of the pair being around each other all the time.
yeah, but you said Grimskull was in his Discord. I think
That's
that's
what he
what.
was. That's what he was. Because I remember clicking on his account a while ago
Now he's gonna double down on. Oh, I think he was
when we were talking, and it said that we shared a server with
Leo
you.
Biden.
I could have sworn it was your server.
Also, Crystal's in the back.
She has been for a while.
Yeah, okay. It's time to let Crystal on.
Dork.
I have a couple of things on afterwards to ask, but it is time to let Crystal on. All right, let me close this out here. Remove. All right, you're on.
Hello, hello. Can you
Crystal
hear me?
Flame.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so, oh boy, I've been spoken about a lot in the context of actions, and I would love to clear a lot of stuff up, especially the FCK stuff, because at Gumi we never talked, which makes me very sad. So,
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, we've never talked. It's sad. Anyways, so in relation to the FCK stuff, oh my god. So I'm releasing that call. That call's out today, actually, and I messed up the audio.
Wait, at this point, the pizzas is a strategic move to avoid answering questions. Okay, Leo. Okay, Leo, another pizza.
Which is kind of funny. Me when. Anyway, so I'm all for making that call fully transparent. I was brought into the FCK situation and self-inserted myself way too quickly. Basically, I'm gonna be completely honest. I was completely poisoned the well about you. Like, I thought you were a really bad person, Akumu. That was the whole premise of the Senate. Don't talk to Akumu. Don't talk to Kumo and all these people. I wasn't allowed to. I felt the pressure. So anything, again, this isn't going to be pro Lio. Sorry, Lio, but
That's fine.
it was
Go
a
for it.
mixture between Peaches and Lio and the whole Senate mentality being like, don't talk to these people. These people don't care about any of the victims in the FCK and or anything like that. So yeah, that was the premise of that. When it comes to the call, because this was also confusing, the idea of it was just before Peach's threads came out. So I was the one, same with Lio, who advised Peaches to make that thread, because again, that needed to be addressed. I was the one in the call. Again, I don't stand by anything I say in that call because I was very misinformed. I actually watched your videos, Akumu. I was like, hold on, you're kind of cooking with this. So I take back a lot of the shit I said, but again, transparency, we love to see it. I'm trying to think what else was said, or just any questions you have for me, Akumu, because again,
Well, I just want to make sure that the call where we're, Lio and Peaches are talking, and they mentioned the Twitter thread, and Peaches says, that they knew Slimmers as a minor, was held on February 25th. I just want to make sure of that.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can go back and check. But yeah, no,
I
that
would
was
appreciate that
literally-
because I've consistently made that claim, and I'm fairly certain it was, but I want to make sure I'm right on that.
Yeah, no, I can go back and check. Give me 1 second. Because this was made literally this is my own words back then, to beat you to the punch. Because I was under the impression.
That's so
again,
gay.
Because when Lio rushed
Come on,
his,
Crystal. That's so
conundrum.
gay,
Yes,
bro.
completely. Let me get the exact date. 1 second. The exact date of that call, I cannot see. Thank you, YouTube.
Why do the PS3 controllers
yeah,
always
25th.
feel so cheap?
You're
I
correct,
think I
right?
asked that already.
So yeah, that happened on the 25th,
He's
an
up.
hour before your video came out. Not an hour before, but a day before it, because you set up a premiere, and that's why everyone just kicked into action then. I'll send it to you in DMs. Apologies for that absolutely terrible screenshot. This is when the call was held my time, so UK time. Again, we uploaded to YouTube, very terrible quality. We love to see it.
Okay.
It was also a thing which Lio, I wish you corrected me on, was because I didn't know you and Akumu talked about butters before.
I didn't even remember. I didn't even remember that we did until this stream. So
Okay.
Correct.
I
I
have a
don't
clip of
remember.
it. I put a clip of it. You said that you don't watch my videos, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah.
But there's a clip of it in I think the full video compendium of everything. Yeah, it's in there.
probably.
Yeah, because Akumu has literally been covering butters for 3 years now, and I was under the assumption that they didn't. And that again, I was really misinformed in that call because I was under the impression this whole time, like, oh, Akumu and Como are these evil people who are trying to spike the Senate and get ahead of Peaches and Lio, and it's just like, man, I believed it, and I feel like an absolute fool, and I wish I was informed more. Because Akumu has, again, I don't give a shit about any of the other CC drama and or anything like that. I'm barely involved in it, and the reason I'm here is because of Peaches. Love him for that, by the way. But no, Akumu has so many points to.
Are there any Crystal Flame, bro? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
To insist that needs to be brought up anytime that's brought up, the role play, that the grooming has to be brought up. Okay, fine. But then when you talk about Kumo, you don't ever get into what led up to that behavior, what happened afterwards, and he's provided much of that context in at least 2 to 3 videos.
Ah,
You
here we
having
go.
one of them that you say somehow isn't relevant, which I've seen the video myself, and I've also seen another video that he did that go way in depth into it.
Okay.
Is that it?
If he agreed not to be unhinged, as you put it, for a call, would you be willing to do it?
I literally told you, even with him being unhinged, that I'd consider it.
Okay. Well, I don't think I have any more questions at this point.
I'll have some for you later, but that's not something that needs to be on a stream.
All right. Well, but yeah, I think it's what time is it? Almost 12 for you?
No, it's almost 10.
Oh,
for me.
that's right. Yeah, I keep time zone shit. I gotta keep that in mind. Ask him. Grimskull wants to know. Where's it at? Grimskull wants to know. That apparently there's a minor in his circle that Josh supposedly groomed. I don't know anything about that either, but that's a question Grimskull has.
Okay, that's something Grimskull told me in the call we had. That's why Grimskull wound up reporting the guy to the Center for Missing Exploited Children.
Well, Grim, you have your answer. So clip it, take issue with it. He's saying you told him that.
He has the call. He's published it before.
I don't know
I
anything.
think they're talking about.
Raise your hand and wait for the teacher to call upon you.
I have the talking stick.
But I think that's everything I can add, so I'm going to leave now. But thank you for having me.
I'm trying to find questions that are relevant here.
Well, have a good night, or I guess you live in the UK day, Crystal.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah. I'll work on my Peaches script. Please help me fact check it and all that jazz.
Actually,
Dude, I hate Jar. I don't know what it is about him. I don't like him. Seems clout hungry as fuck.
really quickly, Lyle.
Nice little, yeah, I'm working on my Peaches script. You can fact check it. Like, he doesn't know that they're live right now and people aren't going to hear him plug his own shit.
Were you behind the attempt to drag Mad Libs into the Senate to berate Mad Libs for misinformation over the doodles? The doodle shit?
I don't recall anything like that.
Never a conversation about that?
I don't think so. If somebody has evidence of that, I'd like to see it, because I don't recall like ever trying to get Mad Libs in there. It'd probably be funny if we did, but I don't recall ever getting her in there or trying to get her in there.
Okay. And again, I don't know anything about this, but I will ask the question. They said, ask Lyle why he had Sunny V2 come into the Fox Mafia and to gather info.
Sunny V2? The YouTuber?
I don't fucking know.
I think they're talking about the Welsh girl.
Oh, the Welsh man, Untitled Sunny. Actually, Sunny didn't initially go in there to gather information. That's just what they wound up deciding to do with it. They initially showed up there out of curiosity.
Okay, wait. Is Sunny trans now?
Sunny's been trans.
Oh my god, everybody in the RCC is trans, I swear.
Yep.
Well, this is why I have the trans gun. I turn people trans, Jar. Don't you know the lore? You're next.
Oh no.
Finally, you'll get some art that you want.
Hooray.
Also, actually, I do have a question for you, Lyle. In your video, you state that you have the original version of Kumo's video.
Yeah.
But then you state that he didn't provide the context.
No, he didn't. But
Did you
again, I
watch
think
the
that's
original video.
Who is
I
bouncing
did watch
their
the original
leg,
video.
bro?
The context
in the
comment was
claw?
made from the second video. That's where he said that, you know,
All here's
nobody has the context.
Yeah,
First
but
video.
he's
The
never
first video.
given the context to anybody.
He hasn't given proper
Somebody's
context.
nervous in this call.
Because
Did
I
you
have
watch
watched
it?
this first. I did, and that's why I
full
pointed
one?
out the problem. Yeah, I have the 23-minute version. That's what I was pointing out, the inconsistencies with the tale. But that's a conversation I'd rather have with you privately, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, you put it out in public video. Why not?
I did, but I'm talking about a specific conversation with you. If people think I'm wrong, they can make video responses. I don't care.
Would you ever be willing to have a mediated discussion with Kumo?
I can consider it.
I mean,
It probably wouldn't be good for you to be the mediator, though.
I wouldn't say me as the mediator. I'd like to witness it. I think it would be productive. I've seen a lot of shit. Have you seen his video that it came out at one point? He ended up unlisting it because he felt like it was negatively impacting another video or something like that. But I know that the video that you're saying you've watched, the 23-minute one, does that? Are you saying it doesn't go into the DMs that between the two of them or the group chat?
That's the very first video he put out. Do you know which one I'm talking about? Yeah, I watched it when it aired.
So why are you saying you didn't get into the context?
Because it's not actually the context. That's why. And again, when I made the comment about context, that was in reference to his second video on it. That's literally called More Context. It doesn't actually give real context there. It doesn't make any sense. What he's saying is incongruous. That's what I'm getting at.
So you don't think that the chats between him and Asta or the DM, the group chat conversation is relevant to the context?
I believe, even based on your own values from what we've seen here, there's so much that people can and cannot control. The problem I have is what Kumo has said versus what I have seen and versus how he conducts himself afterwards, which is what I said in the video.
Have you seen the logs of the group chat or the DMs between the two of them?
When it comes to the logs, it's not really inherently relevant
Hold on,
to
let
what
me
I am covering
fucking
in the video.
move my
Because
Yeah, but
Kumo-
if
Go ahead.
you're going to push the
There we go.
accusation, and he's saying, you don't have the context, and you're saying he's never given the context, but he's also talked about it at least in a video.
I'm saying he's lying about the context.
What
I
is
had an entire, again, if you want to have
Yeah.
more in-depth conversation about that later, I will with you. But if it's something that Kumo takes issue with, we'll figure something out there. The problem is I had a conversation with Kumo about
Rip
this a year ago,
Fireplace? RIP
where I
Fireplace.
flat out told him,
This guy, you're a fucking liar, bro. You're a fucking liar. Alright, let me reset my cam, because it's been acting hella funky. Alright, there we go. There we go. What the f... Yes. Alright.
that if he wanted to move
Welcome
on
back,
and grow from that, he can.
Fireplace.
He's welcome to. He doesn't have to do so in my spaces. But you cannot simultaneously say you regret an action and then literally make a joke out of it later. You can't.
Probably Leo's share protesting, holding up his 400-pound cottage cheese looking at bro. Bro's consuming it by the gallons.
What's the point of that? Does that show regret? No.
Well, I think the joke comes from the fact that you and your audience keep making the claim.
And that's something to be joked about because,
You're saying he made her cut.
and the clip doesn't prove that because
It shows that he suggested it, and it also
it shows that he suggested it, and it shows that he found it humorous to do so. And that he found it so humorous that he had her put a wet paper towel on her leg to signify that it was his name.
Okay, one at a time,
hold on.
please.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. So, and this is a point that I made on my previous stream. But when it comes to Peaches, you insisted that the context needed was that Peaches had been groomed and was still under the effects of their groomer. at the time of being in the FCK, which
Yep.
which was while Peaches was 19, 20.
Yep.
Then with Doodles, you said that Doodles had been groomed, and that explains the degenerate behavior. Although the degeneracy was before the grooming took place. So I'm going to apply that logic back on this.
Go ahead.
The shit with and you're saying that you've seen the.
That's not true, John. There's no way that's true. Lio definitely is a liar. He's the same guy who claimed he scared off a demon by yelling and quoting Bible verses at it. There's no way in hell this is a legitimate story. It is coming from a source that I do trust, John Bubba. Shout out John Bubba. But there's no way, bro. The eyeballs on the animal cracker thing is just a sticker, bro. No way. It's just a sticker. Man, why does everything gotta be so fake now, bro? Everyone's so fake now. Fuck.
At least the DMs and the full group chat.
Team
if you have-
Ravenclaw,
and if you've
baby!
seen his full video on that, or even his other video, because I think he's made about 2 or 3 going over it. You should certainly be able to see the fact that he was pushed into this behavior.
I can see that he was pushed into some of the behavior, but sitting there in call, giddily, humorously, enjoying somebody doing that is not him being pushed into it.
I'm not saying the call particularly is. I'm saying that this is something that built up and
He
led
did. He
up
said
to
it.
that call,
He said it, call.
and then persisted afterwards. But Asta's no longer around, and that behavior hasn't continued. So I'm confused as to why. And purely, I'm not saying you can't laugh.
No
about
way.
it. I want to make that very clear.
No.
What I am saying is that
No way, John
your audience
Bubba.
take issue with people talking about Peaches in the FCK. You say that the fact that Peaches was groomed is very much needed context. That's what you said. But then when you talk about Kumo, and you apparently have seen these DMs,
Kumo,
and
not
these,
Akumo.
the group chat, you don't I haven't seen a single video of yours where you provide that, and that's why I think that a conversation between the two of you going over that would be good.
And I told you we'd consider it.
He's not gonna do
Are
it.
you worried about something?
He's not gonna do it.
Why would I be worried about anything right
He's
now?
scared.
But you're saying you consider if you're talking with me, what's the difference of talking with him? And it'd be completely 2 different subjects, and you can hash it out there.
And you think that inherently means I'm worried about something?
Well, I'm saying you'd consider it. So
What
if you're
is
going
the
to talk to me,
cause-
what's the
what
difference
is-
of talking to him about that?
Because-
Lio, what is the cautious? Why are you so cautious? If it's an own, it's an own. Just go into it and own the dude. It's so easy. The only time people are cautious about it is if it's gonna make them look bad. If they're just gonna get owned. That's the only. Stop it, bro. Bro's so headstrong to go after people, but so hesitant to reiterate.
I don't have a bunch of things concerning you where you're sitting there threatening to rape someone first and foremost.
The
Kumo's
big
unhinged.
fucking data brush call.
Okay.
Kumo's
Okay.
unhinged.
Okay.
Kumo's unhinged. And I've had multiple people come to me concerned about his behavior. I have people who know you, who like you, who are terrified of Kumo because they're unhinged.
I really
Can you
do.
give me an example?
I wasn't in that call.
Unfortunately,
I
can't
wouldn't
because
believe.
I've been
Oh my
requested to not.
god.
I'm just telling you that has
John
happened.
Bubba, I'm gonna believe
Okay.
you,
Okay,
bro.
everybody. Okay. I'm fucking tired. I've been up.
John Bubba. Holy Jar. Why is Jar here? Is this Jar guy gonna what is this Jar guy gonna say?
Terrified of Kumo because they're unhinged.
Could you give me an example?
Unfortunately, I can't because I have been requested to not. I'm just telling you that has happened.
All right.
Okay. Okay, everybody. Okay. I'm fucking tired. I've been up since 3
Yeah,
a.m.
we'll
and
leave.
yeah. No. Can you two behave yourselves if I leave?
Well,
Well,
it's already-
got it.
God damn it! Mute your phone next time you do one of these calls.
Jar, you're about to get one too.
I know. I'm gonna.
Jar, shut the fuck up. What is the point of you joining if you weren't gonna stay the whole time? Jar, shut the fuck up, bro. I hate this guy so much, bro. I just met him today. I hate him so much, bro. He's so clout chasey, bro. Bro couldn't stand not being talked to for more than 12 minutes. Holy shit.
Mute my phone right now.
Lio, mute your phone. What do you mean my phone's going off too?
Okay, well, I'm gonna go now. See you two later. Oh, there it goes. Even when I
Told
muted
you.
it, I went through. All right.
I
Good
think you
night,
have to turn them
everybody.
off through the settings.
I don't think you can turn off an Amber Alert.
Yes, you can. I got him off.
All right. Well, I think you should talk with him about it, and I think you're a bit inconsistent when it comes to the whole groom stuff and like what you can and can't joke about in regards. Because I'm not saying you can't joke about it. What I'm saying is you take issue when it's being joked about with other people, and you state that grooming is in reference to Peaches.
He was supposed to
And,
moderate
reference
the
to
call,
How-
and he abandoned the call. Get him the fuck out. Dude's a loser, bro. And I saw that little fucking Nadia. Hey, I'm working on my Peaches script. Hopefully, Crystal Flame, you can look over and fact check it. As if we're not live right now. And everyone's going to be watching this later. No one's going to watch your shit now, Jar.
I was-
Fuck you. You snake ass, hoe ass, dumb ass fuck, bro.
What?
He did have a couple good points to keep them on track. I will say he did a pretty good job at moderating it. But every fucking 12 minutes, this guy would have to say something stupid as fuck. There was so much dead air where he could have moderated that, where his job was on the line there. Didn't do it.
My problem would be consistent then. If I take
And I think they're going to have a better thing, just the two of them right here. Here we go.
issue with you people joking about Doodle and Peaches, I'm also taking issue with Kumo making jokes about getting someone to cut themselves. That's consistent.
But you've also mocked him and made jokes about it too.
When did I make jokes about him causing a
Didn't
girl to
you
cut
refer
herself?
to him? What was it in the video? You said something about cut my name into your thigh. So you make
Yeah,
fun
but-
of him for it. And I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying
That's
that
not-
you take issue with Doodles being made
not
fun
me.
of.
That's not me taking a joke about the situation. That's me pointing out what he's done.
If you take issue, okay, same thing with Doodles, but you take
I
issue
don't
with that.
know
Say
about
that
that,
shouldn't.
bro.
You should,
I don't
and keep in
know.
mind the context is that Doodles was groomed. And I'm not saying you're necessarily wrong on that. I'm saying that there is an inconsistency there. And I think that if you're going to insist that that needs to be brought up anytime that's brought up, the role play, that the grooming has to be brought up, okay, fine. But then when you talk about Kumo, you don't ever get into what led up to that behavior, what happened afterwards. And he's provided much of that context in at least 2 to 3 videos. You having one of them that you say somehow isn't relevant, which I've seen the video myself, and I've also seen another video that he did that go way in depth into it.
I like Akumu.
Okay.
He's dope.
If he agreed not to be unhinged as you
So
put
I
it,
think his time has
for a
come
call,
too.
would you be willing to do it?
I literally told you, even with him being unhinged, that I'd consider it.
Ah! Bro, every time Leo
Well, I don't
talks,
think I
I get
have
so
any more
bored.
questions at this point.
I'll have some for you later, but that's not something.
Oh, we
we
already
should
reached this part of this.
All right. Well, but yeah, I think it's what time is it? Almost 12 for you?
No, it's almost 10.
Oh,
for me.
that's right. Yeah, I keep time zone shit. I gotta keep that in mind.
Kumu base
Ask
as
him-
hell.
Grimskull wants to know.
Kumu might ride this high if he seems like a humble guy. I'm scared. This is my feeling. My tuition tells me this. I don't know how true it is, but Akuma's gonna go after somebody, and it's not gonna look good. Tells all this time, especially in this community. Leo, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. He's a fucking idiot. This shit happens to him. I think Akumo hits 10K, and then some drama ensues. My predictions. We already saw this. I'm going
Grimskull,
ahead.
that's a question.
It's my paranoia. It's going off. My paranoid radar is going off. It would be a sad day for sure, though. I see it's gonna happen.
He says, no, I didn't,
I mean, it happens with all my favorite creators. Shit.
dumbass.
Very intelligent response.
So
Not what I expected from him, though.
that's literally not true. I don't know what. Oh, okay, all right, okay. It happened. Okay. Some of the shit I don't know what it's referring to is the problem. So it's not. I can't exactly be the
Wall
arbiter of all your
Smashers,
questions.
dude, I'm
and shit,
so
and I
hyped.
can't,
I
I'm
will say
so
one.
hyped
I will
for
say
Wall
one thing. To
Smashers.
Grimskull. Hey, Grimskull, why don't you tell Akumu what you actually thought of him? You know, in the call you had with other people from Fox Mafia. Why don't you tell Akumu what you said about him?
Woo!
Well,
Leo's calling people out against Akumo?
Oh, Two Black is here.
I'm sure he is.
He says, hold on. What is Two Black saying? I'll go live and
Reasonably
buy it right now if he
ply,
answers.
dragon
Hi, Two Black.
heartstring as a core, maple
okay, so
walnut.
I think this is where we're gonna end the stream. I'm getting tired. I want to cook.
This one
Um,
belonged
You
to
probably got shit to do. You're enjoying Castlevania.
Ronald Weasley.
Yep. Also, I'll be going to bed here because it's like 10 o'clock and I'm old.
So good night, folks. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed the stream. And oh, okay. I'll
What's
take this one
happening
last
on Wall Smasher? Ali, you don't
I
know
have a
what's
question for
happening on
Lyle.
Wall
What are his thoughts on
Smashers
the Senate
tonight?
interviews from Tommy House? And I think Tommy had a question
Echo
about
Tragedy
saying
getting
something about accusing
roasted.
him of live streaming Nil's suicide attempt. I don't know anything about that.
That is literally not what was said. I never said anything like that. However, I do find it interesting, though, Tommy, that you put up people without verified information, which, by the way, I will be talking about, all because you're mad that I called out Carmen Ryder because that Lollycon's a big friend of yours. So, interesting behavior from you, Tommy. Don't worry. We'll talk about it later. But no, I never said you streamed Nil's suicide. That's the heck. Nil streamed their attempt. Which,
I don't
by the way, I will say I find it interesting that all of you, this of course doesn't include Akumu, but all of those people in the stream, were sitting there. These are people who have been ragging on me. People have been talking trash
But
about
it's
me.
not
But the minute you think you need
broken.
my help, Lio, please do this for me. Lio, please call somebody.
not
Lio this,
broken.
Lio that. You guys got to grow up. You're sitting there talking trash about me and then demanding I do things for you. in the same breath. What's
Reasonably
wrong with you?
ply.
Good lord.
Okay, yeah. So there's questions.
Gotta
on
be
shit that I don't know, and
canonically
it's going
accurate.
way back.
And I imagine you're tired of being the mouthpiece for these people's
His
questions.
second wand. So I actually do want to share something with you guys, completely unrelated to the stream, since Ali got the reference. I have been working on a Harry Potter bloodline family tree thing all the way to Salazar Slytherin. There was one before on Reddit, but I've been using Pottermore and I've been helping out a couple Redditors with this. I'm a big Harry Potter nerd. Would you guys like to see a what if series on Harry Potter where I would discuss, the secrets of Dumbledore and everything like that? How Dumbledore knew who was letting people into the cast at the time of Professor Lupin teaching and everything like that. How he knew Harry's godfather was innocent and everything. This stuff, just random questions like that. Why Voldemort wasn't the most powerful dark wizard, just going through all this other kind of stuff. Just research streams in the Harry Potter universe, stuff like that. It's something I kind of want to do, but I really don't know how to go about it because I don't know how much people actually care about Harry Potter. A deep dive series. And then I'll do it with other franchises too. There's Spider-Man that we can go into. There's a whole bunch of series, a couple series that I haven't even watched yet, right? There's a whole bunch of fandom. I mean, I feel like I shouldn't have a say in that one. Why not, Miz? Just go ahead. Just go ahead. Huge as a fan. I'll binge watch the hell out of that. I don't know. I'm a huge Potter fan, but I have a timeline. I put about close to 80 hours into this timeline of family members, names associations, stuff that I can't write off canonically, but can write off some of them canonically. The whole Black family, and basically, the last thing I discovered recently was that it was more touching that when Bellatrix Lestrange, when she burned down the Weasley's house, she's running into the corns and, she's chanting, I killed Sirius Black, Sirius Black is actually her first cousin, which is crazy to me. Bellatrix Lestrange killed her cousin. I didn't realize Bellatrix Lestrange was married into the Strange family. I just found that out too. Anyways, here we go. Oh, because you're trans, the whole, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck about her? She's still gonna make her money regardless, so whatever.
If you're talking, I
J.K.
hear you.
Rowling, say what you want. People were canceling me over the video game. I don't give a fuck. I was just gonna play the video game because I love it. Say that if Star Wars came out today and they're some weird furry rapist motherfuckers, I'd be like, oh, arrest them. But I'm still gonna watch Emperor Strikes Back. You know what I'm saying, bro? I don't know what you want me to do. I'm a consumer. Well, she didn't kill him specifically with a paralyzing spell, which caused him to fall into the. Yeah, that's true.
But I'll tell you what, Tommy, you're not banned from the new server. If you want to come in and ask questions or talk, you're welcome to.
A paralysis spell, if you will. My newest idea of a research video that I want to look into, because it explains a little bit in the book, not very much the movie, although we can use the reaction Snape had in the movie to infer what the book says, how he came across the spell Septum Scepter, right? How he came across that spell, super irrelevant to this at hand right now. I don't know how I got so distracted, but I want to do a deep dive video, a research stream. It's probably going to be 3, 4, 5 hours maybe of just watching Harry Potter clips, reading excerpts from the book, just different things of Snape's life. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff on Pottermore about Snape's life. How did he come across that spell? How did he come to make your own spell? And then on top of that, because that's just 20 minutes? Can wizards make their own spells? How can wizards make their own spells? How do you even start to craft your own spells? And are spells significant to certain wands that you are holding? Because the wand always chooses the wizard. But how does a wand choose a wizard that wants to create a new spell? You know what I'm saying? I love Snape. Snape deserved better. That's all I will say. But if that's something you guys actually want to see, let me know on Twitter, right? I'll start a whole Cord feed. We can all get out. I'll even get you guys in on a couple of them. We can research together. Just talk about stuff like that, and then we'll do some other series and stuff like that. I don't know. It's been on my mind lately, but I don't know how that would fit this. You know what I mean?
This is a question for Akumu. Will you enlist those videos? Which video are you referring to?
Non-Jake. Literally, what the fuck am I gonna do? Right? People are bashing me over fucking Call of Duty Activision scandal thing, and I'm just like, dude, I just played a game. I don't know what you want me to do. They're Activision's pieces of shit. The sexual assault, the suicide, and lying about it, everything like that. I'm just a Call of Duty player, bro. I don't know how does this mean I support sexual assault, bro? I'm just playing a fucking game, bro. I don't know what you want me to do. This, I can't do fuck all about it, I mean, condemn the person, separate the person from the art, right? I mean, look at Adolf Hitler's paintings. Some of those paintings are super fucking cool and eerie. Now, does buying that painting mean I support Adolf Hitler? No, because I'm just genuinely curious. A fucking mass serial killer, murderer, if you will, a ruler of the Third Reich, right? Leading a global war, right? Painted a painting. The odd sense of security, the odd sense of just fucking being intrigued by that. It's almost eerie, you know what I mean? But that painting's not Adolf Hitler, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. People have different views about that. Harry Potter world came from J.K. Rowling's mind. The Harry Potter world's not J.K. Rowling, though. You know what I mean? You gotta... I always separate the two.
It's your secret furry review porn video.
Especially when you start making all the changes. Whatever.
Tommy wants to interview you.
Cool. We can hop into.
John Bubba says, makes sense. Spells can be created. Like, go back to the first Wizards and Witches that had to create the spells used in the 2000s and beyond. This is very true. Now, if you were to create a new spell, would you use your intelligence to make another spell better or cast a completely new incantation upon the world? If I were to create a spell, this is what I would do. It would be the Forget-Me-Not spell. A temporary moment, right? And you can use it for anything. There is something like this, but it's a memory wipe that they use against muggles. They don't actually have this. It would just be like a duh. Like you just forgot like 45 seconds of whatever the fuck you were talking about. I go to the checkout at Walmart, got a big TV in my car. Hey, let me see your receipt. Boom. And I'll just keep walking. And then they'll be stuck there. What did I just forget to do? Is there something I was supposed... 45 seconds of straight confusion, right? Boom. Most powerful spell. You know? Homie goes, Avada Kedavra. I hit him with my spell. Why am I fighting you? And then I kill him. I kill him. Right there. Got him.
The server and we can get that scheduled.
Okay, there you go, Tommy.
Ali says, if you want to get really in depth of the lore, each of the forbidden spells is connected to each of the Deathly Hallows. This is true. This is true.
You got your interview.
You know, Ali, do you have me on Discord? You're getting put into this new Discord, bro. We're about to run this shit.
I mean, I could delete the video if that's what is wanted. I made a
John Bubba. I'd create a diarrhea with constipation spell. The urge to shit real bad, but nothing comes out. With my wand, I take my stance, make this wizard shit his pants. What the fuck, bro? That's evil, bro. That's evil. You're welcome. That's evil. I'm beginning to delete.
a video retracting it. I put a thing in the comments and the
The other one,
if Lyle
the
wants
other
to-
one I'd want to do is big wand. Boop, wand's huge now. Now you can't. Where are you gonna? You can't cast no spell with that. But then again, you could also just be like, what's the wand? What's the They do it all the time. What's this? Let me hold on. Let me get these spell names correct. Septum Scepter. Yeah, no, but with the poop thing, right? Or the one that makes the wand bigger, I would just go Expelliarmus. That one already works. That one already works. So there'd be no point. My spell would be null and void. But it would be cool to have, have that thing in your back pocket or in your robe, right? Like Wingo Bingo, some American ass, no Latin, no European influence, just Wingo Bingo. And they're like the people in the United Kingdom would think I'm the stupidest wizard in the world. Like, oh, it's those American wizards. And my on God for real. So they have to the American spell to make people tell the truth. And it's called On God for real. No capping. Or we get a new spell called Capilar. Anytime somebody starts lying, their tongue grows 400 feet because they be capping. Or their head turns into a baseball cap because they're capping. Oh my God. New spell. Capping. Now, whenever this person lies, their head turns into a baseball cap. That is sick. Dude, I'm a genius. Hogwarts, I'm on my way. I need to talk to Dumbledore immediately. Rest in
Lead it, you are.
peace,
But
Dumbledore.
at the same time,
Dumbledore still has shooters out here. Don't let him forget.
Snipping out the accusations of you in the conundrum video, I'd imagine.
that would be fair. That would be
I
fair.
believe that would be, and that is more than reasonable. I just gotta figure out how to do that. Which, by the way, I still don't. How do I unblock you from YouTube?
Oh shit. Do you guys know how to do that? I don't know how to do that.
You're a Zoomer. You should know this.
Ollie, if you're in the Turd Island Discord, at me or add me, DM me. Let me know.
I quit doing the block then like
You too, John Bubba. John Bubba, you were in the VC the other day.
Simply, why did you hold back FCK leaks from releasing info until your video was up? Simply because I didn't
Send me a
trust
friend
certain
request?
individuals that were trying
Hell
to get
yeah.
it and were also for some reason trying to get in
There's
contact
two different
with me
blocks.
really weirdly out of nowhere in a very suspicious manner. So that was my issue to begin with that. I think
Well,
I said something about it in the fucking
Ollie, there we go.
when Lio talks in the 28th Senate call video.
Well, I suppose I have one more question. for you before
Unban.
we swing
Oh
this, 'cause both
shit!
seem
How
to
do
be
we
down. That's
unban
wild.
Slug
Yeah,
from
what's
chat?
up?
What the fuck? I just saw this. Oh my god, Slug's been here the whole time. Oh shit! How do we unban? I don't know how to unban Slug. I gotta do that.
How do you feel about that FCK account essentially becoming an account about me instead of the actual main focus?
I reached out to Ren a few times and I was like, look, you want to just you can provide your opinion.
That's on me,
but you
Slug.
don't want to go
I'll figure it out after the
you don't wanna go
stream. My
overboard
bad, bro.
with it. Of course, I mean I was listened to initially, but towards the end it just it
Unban
didn't go
you
with it,
use
so-
Studio.
But
Thank
luckily,
you. Thank you,
Ren,
Abby.
went back,
Abby,
to
Abby Clutchbird. Abby Clutchbird.
their own account and just does it there.
Abby, you've been on a redemption arc lately. You've been in like the good graces of everybody lately. I'm proud of you. Proud of you, homie.
So I mean, there is that, and I do get talking about you though on the account.
Clark,
because,
dang it!
I mean, let's be real. You kind of
What
were
if
white
the
knighting for people.
spell was loud flat says, but what if it rebounds? You just shit yourself. What if...
Peaches a little bit. I mean, I'm not even gonna say a little bit. You were white knighting for Peaches, so
Oh,
I
I
get the conversation about you, but I think it's towards that end portion there. It really ramped up. Oh, Kato says apologize for calling me a slob, and I'll update the spreadsheet of your toys to a more accurate number.
You better.
They talk about anything important here? I don't think so.
So you can get something.
I don't think they talk about anything important anymore. I gotta change this to Hogwarts, bro. No longer are we. I gotta move. I mean, I gotta move houses. I gotta move houses. This is my real house. It's my real one. Nope. Totally not stolen from the internet. No green screen. No nothing. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, like let's get these spells going. You know what I'm saying? What else could we do? Let's do. Oh, I wanted to tell. I have to message Samuel. Sternius is an incantation of a dark charm that would lead the witch or wizard hit with it to suffer a fit of sneezing. It would be an effective way to distract an opponent, but a strange one, and the caster may better off just using a more traditional dueling spell. Anti-occultia. If someone was to cast this spell, all it would do is give the victim antlers on their head. That's it. That's such a long fucking word. Anti-occultia. 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 Really rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? Dude, come out here. You know, the British people all waving their wands and shit. I hit them with some gang signs, and all of a sudden they turn into pretzels. They're like, what the fuck? Then I hit him with a gun. An actual gun. Fireball! Fuck. It's a fucking 50 BMG upper. It's a fucking bullet this long. Fireball! A true American way. Expelliarmus! But I pull out the second pistol on Harry. Shit, bro. And I'm at Hogwarts too, bro. Dude, the American Hogwarts, they be having drive-bys on brooms. What the fuck? I arrived at Quidditch practice. Professor McGonagall's windows are rattling because I got a subwoofer on the back of my broom. Boom, boom, boom. Just rattling her windows, bro. No, that's fucked. What spells would exist to counter firearms? A toenail growing hex. Eat slug, we saw that. Pumpkinhead jinx, we saw that. Bat boogie. Disuego. Densagio. Sglicio. Tarantalegra. A practical joke on someone deals with opponents in battle, and one of the silliest ways of doing so through the dancing feet spell. I promise you, don't fuck with a teenager with a knife at 3 a.m. in London. Why, mate? Give me your money. Straight up. The true American way makes me one. Dude, I mentioned that earlier in the chat about the Battle of Hogwarts. Bro, on God. Expelliarmus! The Americans coming. Alright, bro. We're putting our wands in our ARs now, boys. Expelliarmus. Bro, the Americans would just put their wands in their guns. That's how he would do it. Ultrastar. Have you ever noticed Leo changes the topic to avoid the questions? Leo ordered a pizza every time he wanted to change the subject. We noticed that. Oh, we noticed this. Especially Auras would have a firearm. Oh, Ollie, dude. Auras would... The American exchange student fighting Death Eaters. Akumu Duce, 50 caliber machine gun with 2 extra barrels. 10k ammo. A minigun's just 6 wands rotating in a row. Oh, dude. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved to have gone to a school like Hogwarts. I don't know how much education I would have, though. I'd be so distracted by everything. I would be so distracted. It's all just fucking Crucio. It's just Crucio over and over again. Oh, you know what? Just like imagine. Just imagine. Just imagine. Imagine. The Americans, bro. The Americans. We put the Avada Kedavra incantation on our guns. We get these things flying over the Middle East. What the? Some true American shit, bro. Dude, Hogwarts could never, bro. Hogwarts could never. Oh, shoot. I'm, like, playing this at, like, 1.5. Whoops. Dude, we will light up the grounds. Avada Kedavra. Oh, no. Oh, World War II would have played out very differently for the Americans if we had those spells. Voldemort been real quiet lately. Voldemort been talking too much shit not to be talking about the U.S., bro. Bombardo Maxima. Bro, Voldemort ain't go after no American muggles. That's all I gotta say. He only went after the British people. He ain't come after the American muggles. I think he got scared, bro. He got scared. These muggles need to belong under our foot. Eat lead, bitch. Bow. What is he gonna do? Protect himself against one atom bomb? He's still human. Radiation still exists. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Nothing. Nothing. Imagine. Imagine. Let's go. 50. Let's just. What do we get with 50 beams? No fucking way, bro.
I started shooting when
I don't
was
care,
about 11
bro.
or 12 years old with my dad. Started off competitive.
Voldemort ain't got shit on us.
Can't fall, which would lead to out of battery.
She's not gonna fire it? Fire it, damn it.
Quality of barrel, everything like that, all wrapped up into one.
Yeah, Voldemort ain't gonna see that shit. That shit, he ain't seeing that. It's over for him.
You're getting a good solid
It's
product.
over.
Money well spent. I
It's
would
over.
Buy some ammo.
There's no way. There's no way. We got him. Look, we literally got him. It's actually a good question. Why didn't the American Magical Department get involved? Because Voldemort isn't just going to stick to Britain. I mean, comparative to, if we took the Muggle to Wizard population of just Britain, it's very small, right? It's very, very small. With the America, like, we'll just use New York State. It's about fucking 5 million. The New York State itself is already bigger than the United Kingdom, right? If you Florida, do you think Voldemort's gonna last in Florida? Voldemort's gonna fucking do some weird ass spell to some Florida guy hopped up on crack and meth and some crank, and he's gonna be like, he's some shit he never seen before, bro. He can't come to America. Voldemort he's gonna come to America and he's gonna kill somebody, and nobody's gonna give a fuck. There's not gonna be a Muggle in the area that's gonna give a fuck. He's gonna arrive in Chicago, see somebody get murked on the side of the street, then some guy's gonna try and rob him. He's like, did you not just see what I did to your Muggle friend? Hey, Oko, what does that mean? Hey, give me your shit. And then he's just gonna be culture shook, bro. His culture is shook. It's over. It's over. Then he ends up killing a rival gang member. Another gang, it's like, oh shit, and Voldemort's cool with that gang, and then, it's over for him. It's over. He's stuck. He's not leaving Chicago. He ain't leaving Florida. If he gets caught in New York, he ain't leaving New York. There's nowhere for Voldemort to go. He's gonna have to have his little minions do his work for him. I mean, it's easy to separate in the United Kingdom, because once you drive 9 hours, you done visited everything in the United Kingdom anyways, right? You drive 9 hours, and the U.S., it still be the same goddamn for thing. I'm talking about you, West Virginia. Your ass took way too long to drive to. Bro, 9.5 hours to get through there. 9.5 hours. How do you call it? I'm about to end the stream, Abby. I love you all. I'm getting distracted. Please be safe. I gotta go figure out how to join the Third Island Discord, actually, Abby. So you want to subscribe? You know when I'm out of here. Wait. To be honest, did you just say the Harry Potter films aren't realistic? Hold on a minute. Hold on. To be honest, if the Harry Potter films were realistic about the UK, everyone would hate being there. No one hates the UK more than someone from the UK. It's as long as Ohio and as boring as it. Bro, there's like 4 places you can go in the UK. And one of them's Ireland. It's an hour away for you to get to the beach. You know how long? Dude, it's a fucking 9. It's a 10.5. Hey, Siri. How long will it take me to get to New York City from Buffalo, New York?
Traffic to New York from Buffalo, New York is light. So it should take 6 hours and 13 minutes via I-86 East.
All right, 6 hours, 13 minutes. So we'll just say 6 hours for me to get to the beach. Ireland, wait, is Ireland? No, Ireland's not part of the UK. Ireland's part of the, no, they hate the Protestants. Never mind. That's why the IRA was formed. Because of the Protestant cocksucking bitches next to them. Ireland's just Ireland. That's right. I totally forgot about that. Ireland hates the Brits. Isn't it like the Netherlands? What's the UK? England, Scotland, Wales, and... Oh, Northern Ireland. Okay, that's why I know that. Ireland and Northern Ireland. One, real Ireland and then Northern Ireland. The Protestant cocksucking Catholic bitches, if you will. Disdain. My grandmother came, or excuse me, my grandmother. Sorry, my dad came from Russia. Siberia, to be exact. Some weird-ass little town. My grandmother came from Ireland in the 60s. Your boy, they've done fucked me up. I got the orange beard and the dark brown hair and the blue eyes, bro. I got Russian up here and all Irish. Jack fucking United Kingdom ass teeth, bro. The orange beard, everything. It's not good. It's not good. We're not doing too good, bro. My kids are gonna wind up with a big ass nose, jacked up facial hair, 2 different colored hairs. Kangaloo, my last name, the name on the YouTube thing, bro. Look at this. Flatley. If that's not Irish, I don't know what is. Actually, there's a famous Irish dancer, Michael Flatley. My great-grandmother's sisters. I forgot the whole line of how he's related to me, but he's technically, in a way, somehow related to me. It's my great-grandmother from like the 1940s or some shit like that, 1930s. There was like 9 of them, the 9 sisters or whatever. I'm not going to go through all that. I got a whole book on the family history. And it stops in the 70s or 80s or whenever. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna go look up I'll look up the family tree and we'll go over it some other day. I have a more ginger beard than you, Flelly. You're all good, and I'm ashamed. You know, it's all about putting people down that's below. You know what I'm saying? Alright, guys. I'm out of here. I'm distracted. I want to talk more about Harry Potter on Twitter. I love y'all. Goodbye, guys. Show this you all. Subscribe if you know, and I'm out of here. Whoa. Oh! Wall Smashers is go to check out Badwick's channel. Please. Wall Smashers is going on. I can't wait. I'm out. I'm not even gonna play the song. Just fucking end it, bro.